Ambazonians, good morning. Today is Tuesday, April the 24th, 2024. I am certain that we all have seen an uptick in the number of messages coming from La République du Cameroon and its supporters with regards to a so-called election. And the tragedy is that the church has been caught being complicit in the deception and manipulation of those you're supposed to serve. So the title of this message is "The Church Continues to Fail the People." Fellow comrades, I think it will be better I carry this message in pidgin so that we people them for ground, they go listen them and they go understand them very well. We don't see a certain video where it come from Bishop Nkia, where it call on Ambazonians for go out and register to vote. I'm here, and I think it refer to the so-called elections where La République du Cameroon they plan for carry out for we territory. And it be very sad. They say Bishop Kia it go come out for make this kind of a pronouncement. So before I even go on for dwell on Bishop Kia, I would like maybe we take a look at certain definitions and the meaning of which way an election it be. So the question I say, when they talk of an election, now wait, what is an election? What is an election? My read them for big for big grammar, and then we'll go break them down. An election is a formal group making decision process by which a population chooses an individual or multiple individuals to hold public office. That means say election now a formal process where the population they be called out for come out choose one individual or several individuals make they serve for some office where not a public office. Now the candidates with the highest number of votes in the election go on to serve in the designated position. That means say for this election, now the person where he get the highest number of votes, it will be chosen for serve for that position where with the election it will be meant for. Now, I would like me we note one thing. In order for this electoral process for come out say the majority vote it represent the will of the people, it be important say the will of the people it must prevail. That means say thing where the majority of that people then they determine them make na ye it be represented by the outcome of that election. Yes. That means that the will of the people it must prevail or must be respected. Now, if this condition it get for hold, say the will of the people get for be respected, some certain thing in their way for big grammar they call and say prerequisites. What are the prerequisites for a free and fair election? That means in a way to get for be in place for ensure say when people go out for vote, their vote it will count, or that majority of people their vote it will must be respected. Some certain things in the way they get for must be in place for ensure say the outcome it be a true representation of the will of the people. We will look at some of those things. Number one, the column say universal suffrage for all eligible men and women. That means say all man way it go out for vote. You go get the right for vote and make your vote count, no matter whether you be man or you be woman or you be disabled or you be old or you be young. The way conditions they say you must be or you must be of a certain age in order for make the decision for vote. But those conditions, as long as you meet those conditions, no man no get right for discriminate against you, for block you from casting your vote. And when you cast your vote, that vote must count. Now, which way they call and say universal suffrage. It be very important. Number two, freedom of speech for candidates and political parties without any intimidation or harassment. That means say people where they the one for take part in that election, say may they vote them. They must get the right for go out, go spread their message, talk to people, for convince the people. Say, make the vote for them. No man no get for intimidate them or block them. Say, no, you know if you can't talk for you. We don't see them for a lot of people to come around and say, when some people, candidates, they want to go campaign for some places, they beat them, beat their supporters, drive them. As long as that kind of conditions they exist, that means say the vote or the election is not going to be free and fair, and it's not going to be a true representation of the wishes of the people. So in order for that election for be free and fair, that kind of conditions you get for eliminate them. Number three, transparency and information sharing. That means say any information where it is concerning the election, it must be distributed to all the candidates. And if na information where you get for be for the voters, that means you get for distributing for all the voters. When they get the same information at the same time, so that no person will get any unfair advantage over the other. Now the thing in that way they get for be in place before you conduct an election. We know so that kind of thing, there for the Republic to come around. Because information, they need to share them equally. As they talk about elections today, no man don't even know now who they run. They say Bia they run. They say now Frank Bia they run. We never see the political parties where they really come out declare themselves. First of all, for La Republic to come around, they say what 100 and something parties in there on a 200 safe. Who know? The rules they not be clear. So the conditions on the ground they not be fair for any free and fair election. Number four, an impartial or balanced system of conducting elections and verifying results. That is, trained election officials must either be politically independent or those overseeing elections should be representative of the parties in that election. That means say we must ensure say an impartial and balanced system is there for ground for conduct elections and for make sure say when people they cast their votes, may people be able to verify the election results. For see I'm say make the results they be truly representative of the people of the number of votes where people they cast them, and make the people where they count the elections. Maybe they been the people where they not get favoritism for one candidate or the other, or the parties where they take or otherwise the parties where they take part in that election, they must get their own representatives for that ballot place where they will look and see and say the vote count it be free and fair. Say the boxes do not be stuffed, and say when they count them, all ballots where they cast them, it be truly representative of the people where they there for that where they vie for that position. Make some man, throw some other person, he ballots them out because he wants to mean his own candidate, he win. So now the kind thing in that way, the get for me must be in place in order for ensure say election it be free and fair. We know very well say this one will be the case for La Republic of Cameroon, because we don't see how way for polling places they go chase some people them out. They no go even allow people may they see the ballot boxes before people they start cast votes, where they would already stuff the boxes with the ballot papers of some candidates, and time where they count the results. Sometimes the results themselves they'll be more than the number of people where they will vote for that very polling place. So that one, nothing in that way you get for correct time before you allow for elections to take place. Number 5, access to polling places and boxes must be safe and secure and ensure a transparent ballot counting. I don't already talk that one. Say the ballot boxes, you must inspect them before votes start to go inside. Say no, nothing will be there inside, so that no person no go stop them. And when they count the ballots, make a process there for ensure say the ballots they be truly representative of the people where they be vote for that polling place. Number 6, ensure secret balloting so that an individual's choice of candidate or party cannot be used against him or her. You know, want something where you go to cast your vote, some man they look and for see and say you cast vote now for this person or for that person, because some person go come on now. Sometimes they work for some place, they will go talk say, oh, I don't see and you vote now for this person, so we'll go fire you because you go vote now for that person, you know vote now for the one. People the way they work like for government office, they know will be intimidated for must vote for some person so that may they know fire them for their workplace. That kind of thing you must avoid them. But make sure say your vote it be secret. Not only you know who you vote for. No man else is not supposed to know. You must ensure say that secret balloting it be protected. Number 7, legal prohibitions against election fraud. You must put in place a system where it go punish people where they engage in electoral fraud, regardless of who way it carry out that fraud. You know, must favor one person against the other. Number 8, recount and contestation procedures to review election processes. Must be established to ensure the elections were conducted properly. That means that even after they don't conduct the election, when I still get for go look at whether the process it will be conducted correctly for all places, and any grievances where it be brought forward by any candidate or candidates, they get for be looked into for see whether they get any merit or whether they be cheat them. You get for look them, correct those things, and give them the right vote counts where they be get them. You not just get for take them, run with them, just the announce and where all things never be checked for see say everything it will be free and fair. Number 9, a free press to report the conduct of the election. That means say you must allow the press. When you talk to the press now, newspapers, TV, radio, they must be allowed for go in and see how the election it will be conducted, for see whether all things go as way it's supposed to go, and be free and fair for announce which way they see them without any intimidation from the authorities. That means that you know go persecute some person or lock some person or kill some person because he report the truth about the conduct of the elections. We don't see say some people them for La Republic of Cameroon, they go take journalists, go beat them, jail them, kill themselves, throw a body for bush because it exposing them where it happen for government where it not correct. That one it happen for La Republic. So it make that environment unsuitable for any elections until such conditions they don't be corrected. Other things in where you get for insurance, I say you get for prohibit actions such as bribes, intimidation, illegal detentions, ballot stuffing, manipulation, and all that kind of thing. And for outline penalties for people the way they perpetrate such actions, regardless of their party affiliation. That means all this kind of thing that we don't talk, whether you do work out for the bribe people with money, we don't see a lot of people come around, they go to dispute money openly. That one, it be completely wrong. The stance of the share money, say take 1,000, take 2,000, take 5,000. That one, it be completely wrong. It not be supposed to be allowed. We see how they intimidate people, beat people them, say why you go for now for this person, or you want to go campaign for this place, they block you. That one not get for be allowed. That kind of environment it not be conducive for any election. And we know say that kind of thing them, nothing will happen for a lot of people to come around. Number 11, and very important. The environment must be conducive for the conduct of such an exercise. The environment must be conducive for the conduct of such an exercise. What does that one mean? That one means it must be an environment where it be peaceful. That means war is not supposed to be for that kind of environment where election it take place. That means you not get for the come out for your house, you worry whether a bullet go pass or whether something go explode, kill you. That means there must be peace or the absence of war. Ambazonia in a war zone. Therefore, no free and fair election if it be conducted in Ambazonia. Very important, fellow Ambazonians. May want to understand. Ambazonia or the Southern Cameroons now a war zone. Therefore, any person where they go out for conduct an election, it had no correct. Because that environment is not conducive for any elections. Now, may I come back for Bishop Kia. After all this thing, I don't read them. I want to ask Bishop Kia, say, if he really talk true, say the preconditions where I don't outline now above for a free and fair election, if he talks to those conditions that exist in the Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, can Bishop Kia tell us that Ambazonia is a conducive environment for any election? That it's in that way I want to make Bishop Kia tell we. Of course, all we would not say that one, now no. Ambazonia, the territory of Ambazonia, it not be conducive for any election. Talk less of the fact say La Republic, you not get any jurisdiction for come conduct election in Ambazonia because Ambazonia no be their territory. Now, if Bishop Kia, if you know say this condition, they know they exist in Ambazonia, and they call on people for go out and register to vote, what did that one it make you? That means say you, Bishop Kia, now you be now which kind of person? If you know very well, say these conditions where I don't read them above here, they need to exist in Ambazonia. I encourage people maybe they go out, go register to vote. Vote where? In what elections? Conducted by who? And what are the conditions that will guarantee that the will of the people will be respected? Because we know very well for a long time, say La Republic of Cameroon it never ever conduct any free and fair election. What has changed now that will convince Bishop Kia that such elections in Ambazonia this time will be free and fair? You see, fellow Ambazonians, it be very shameful when those where they get the authority for speak the truth, they be complicit in the deception and manipulation of the same people where they're supposed to protect and serve. Now the reason that way you see a lot of people they get very little faith in the church today. Because those where they're supposed to carry the message of truth, they don't catch them where they spew lies, knowing fully well, say the things the way that they talk, or the things the way that they come from their lips, they be false. They be false. But these people, they do them not because they want to serve God. Not because God they want to serve. They want to serve their own interests. They want to please themselves. Bishop Kia is supposed to be very much ashamed of himself because he don't allow himself to be used by the devil to manipulate the same people, manipulate and deceive the very people where he's supposed to protect. He don't allow himself to be used by an occultic regime where he know very well who way they serve. He don't allow himself to be an instrument of the devil for use and manipulate those where he's supposed to protect. So my question to those where they call themselves Christians in the southern Cameroon, Ambazonian, my question for Unana this one. If Jesus be in the same position today, if Jesus we get the means for talk for this kind of situation under this same circumstance, what he go do? What will Jesus do under the same circumstances? Bishop Kia, will Jesus tell the people of the southern Cameroon to go out and take part in an election conducted by La Republique du Cameroon, knowing fully well that that whole process is already a sham? Will Jesus do that? Bishop Kia, I want you to answer me. Will Jesus encourage his followers to go out and take part in an electoral process knowing fully well that it was flawed? Bishop Kia, I want you to respond to this question. Send this audio to reach Bishop Kia. Let him come out and tell us that Jesus will go out and tell his followers to take part in an election conducted by La Republique du Cameroon knowing who they are, knowing what they are doing to our people, killing them every day, molesting them every day, and the environment is not safe for the conduct of such an exercise. And you are telling people to go out and register to vote. Vote for what? In what election? Who are the candidates? What are the modalities of that election that will ensure fairness? Who is counting the elections? Who is doing the vote count? Who is doing the announcement of the electoral results? All of these things must be answered before any elections. And who is doing it? The same people who are counting the elections are the people chosen by Paul Biya and his occultic regime. And you expect fairness? You expect fairness from this process that you are telling people to go out and vote and register to vote? It is very shameful. It is very shameful that those that are supposed to represent righteousness, the truth, are very much complicit in this manipulative process. Fellow Ambazonians, any elections where they be organized by La Republique du Cameroon in our territory, they be banned. Therefore, any person where it organize, any person where they take part in any campaigning, any person where it go stand for any rally, say a political rally, any person where it be caught promoting any elections in the southern Cameroons, any person where it be caught distributing electoral materials, any such people that they do so at their own risk. Any person where it engaged in any of these behaviors or activities where I don't name them above, you do so at your own risk in Ambazonia. Ambazonia, they don't get no political parties at this time of war. We don't get no political parties for Ambazonia at this time of war, and no political activities do not be allowed. So a word to a wise, it be sufficient as they talk. Make una share this message. Make it reach Bishop Kia and all with people them for ground zero. May they know say no elections to be allowed for Ambazonian. Any person, as I don't talk, where it engage in any of those activities, you get yourself a blame for anything where it will happen for you.
Hello and greetings to the Irish Ambazonian, especially we on ground. I say salute to your brevity, salute to your courage as I bring more courage to your elbows. Well, today's topic is talking about ADF, and I am still the guy who brought a lot of stuffs about ADF in the Bafut LGA to the limelight during the successful murder of late General Rasta. I know how much my first audio brought a lot of backlash, especially to the AGOVC members, their cohorts, their mongrels. But it is not over yet, as there is much to unveil, especially in this edition of my audio. Today we'll be talking about late General Alaji, aka Pa Alaji, aka Dead Man Walking. Yes, it might be very, very strange and being very, very controversial that someone like me doesn't concur with what is going on in Bafut, especially this nonsense for the 1 week lockdown on our people on behalf of this particular man. You know, I should tell you the truth. There are some people that deserve to die in this struggle just so that others can be reborn. Something new can be reborn. Today I'll be exposing more on ADF's very naive and nasty ideology of taking over or domineering. And what happened finally with Paalaji or the dead man? So first of all, since 2019, 2020, if I'm not making an error, Alaji was approached by ADF. ADF, by that I mean Ayabacho himself, wanting to establish ADF in Bafut. But he was very, very adamant to that. Fearing his other colleagues, he decided to play very silent in the background, really wanting to have that collaboration. But things were very slow, very, very slow. And so he decided that he should engage General Tiger, late General Tiger. I recall that General Laji has in several situations been locked up by General A4, Major General A4 of 7 Kata, Bafut 7 Kata, all because he was always colluding with the enemy. Even before late General Ivo died, General Ivo of ADF, he was in Bafut, that is in 2019, 2020. He came for that particular initiation. General A4 told him that that is not going to happen. But these other two cohorts, General Alaji and General Tiger, were in accord. But General Tiger was afraid. So when things started escalating to a different dimension, General A4 in several occasions have been locking up General Tiger and General Alaji until they pretended that everything would be okay. But in the background, their powers grew. General Tiger, being so brave and being very naive and doing very despicable things, went ahead to take the hand of the devil, Alaji. Cho Ayaba. Alaji was very skeptical and stayed in the background but working to some degree. So that is how, as time grew, even General Efang himself came visiting. And as I told you in my former audio, when Senator Mundi was locked up, one of his hiding grounds was Bafut, Mambu to be precise. That is the welcoming of ADF into Bafut. Finally, a little disagreement broke out with General Tiger over some monies that Efang knew about. I do not know if it are monies that are representing Senator Kimende, yes, Senator Kimende, and some other people, which I will not be quick to say their names at the moment. But they have their issues. And finally, the military, who was never coming to Mambu, was invited and destroyed General Tiger. And after that, what happened? That was when the mantle of General Alaji was installed. So we will not go into much detail, but fast forward to a moment where Cho Ayaba told General Alaji, after A4 had died, he told him that it's time for total takeover. You are the man now. So there's no way you're denying me this, right? You've been eating from my plate. Alaji said, what happens? What do we do now? He now decided, Ayabacho decided that Alaji would seize the guns of his camp, everybody in his camp. Alaji, when dying, had 180 guns, 80 something guns, 180 guns or more in his keeping, which he had buried. All of this was unveiled after when he was killed, and then the guns, the weapons were seen in his phone. So the military has been ransacking this place, looking for one or two of the boys in the bushes, just so that they could arrest them and find a way that they could find these things. And it's not been easy because they've retreated into their forest homes so far. So that is how, before dying, General Laji had disarmed all his boys, and those weapons are nowhere to be found, including his private weapons. Is it not even stupid and fishy that Alaji, when he was set up, and why was he set up? That is because he was promised money. He was promised money by Ayabacho and the Janamiri Brigade of Bafut Agati. They've been working hand in glove with the support of a certain general in the airport, Bafut Airport there. So they decided by themselves to play foul over General Alaji, not giving him the money that he requested, but he had already done what they wanted, seizing those guns and hiding. General Alaji has a very dirty blank sheet. A very dirty sheet of wickedness. This is somebody whom in several occasions have been standing against valiant soldiers for attacking the enemy. When he heard that there were guns firing somewhere, and he inquired to know who attacked, all that particular unit that went attacking and successfully put down the enemy were apprehended and nailed. By that I mean put into jail. So some of these things sometimes is very, very difficult to process or ascertain, but these are things that have been happening down here. Alaji would not allow his boys to come to the Bafut Agati Square, Agati, square, market square, to attack the enemy there or mount in any way. He came and hid there himself with his sniper gun. Anybody who came around, he was shot. Even when he knew that he would not penetrate, but he shot him to know that that was the military doing that work and so they should run. Whereas he was the one. He was seen in several occasions. Somebody standing against the attack of the enemy, just like the ADF. Recall that every time that the ADF goes anywhere, weapons are being seized from valiant soldiers. It happened in Dian. If we are not careful, it would happen again. It happened in Manfe. It's been happening in Bui, Ngoketunja, even in Babanki. These people are demons. These people are demons. Alaji had seized a whole lot of cows from Dawarahi using Bambanki boys, Babanki boys through Com until they came into Bafut with those animals. That has had the military go berserk on the entire population, but they never succeeded. Yet he's been selling those animals for the cheapest rate. I mean, cows that could be sold for 3 to 600,000, 400,000, you'll be selling for 75,000, 50,000. And there was a lot of meat around, so that called for concern. Of course, Blacklegs did their work. So General Tiger has also been very involved in a whole lot, but he's a past now. We are talking about the things that are present because General Laji is a little bit fresh, just about 2 weeks ago or so. So he's a little bit fresh in our minds. But I should let everybody know that the guy was a villain. He deserved to have gone so that someone new comes and bring that change that Ambazonians are waiting to see. If there has not been fights in a Bafut, I want you to know that ADF is solely behind everything. Ayabacho and his group ADF is solely behind everything. They've been reaching out to this man. Some of his boys can testify, and that is the reason why they became thieves. Alaji will sell a whole lot of those cows. He does stuffs for himself, leaving those boys empty, and then they claimed that they were not having granules to attack the enemy. When Alaji died, it will be shocking to you. A sum of 37 million was recovered both from his phone and his body physically when he died. 11 million was removed from his body. From the pictures that has been circulating, everybody sees 11 million was removed from his body, and then 37 the rest was recovered from his mobile money. Not talking about the how many women that General Alaji had and monies that he had gathered with them. General Alaji in 2021 sent away the wife after his his daughters were caught, apprehended by the enemy and taken to the airport, and finally released them, giving them something good to do, a job. One was a hairdresser, the other one was going to school. That is two of his children, girls. So the wife of General Alaji is presently in Yaoundé. I won't disclose her name. Is presently in Yaoundé, operating a supermarket. Monies from the sales of those animals, I can testify. So this man was really full of shit. He has been taking care of himself only, and there's so many concubines he owns, leaving soldiers under him to go extremely very hungry and berserk over the population of Bafut. Stealing, removing cows, pigs from people's fence, removing goats, doing all sorts of things, slashing plantains, digging cassava, yams on people's farms. Yet their boss was walking about. It was a walking bank, a mobile bank. Now all of that money has ended in the hands of the enemy. So General Alaji has been working with Cho Ayaba's ADF, which are the Butabuki force, in Mambu, in collaboration with that particular colonel that I'm talking about in the airport, whom in return has his errand boys, which are the demons that are all standing or occupying space in their gendarmerie, in their Gati gendarmerie. You know, it's really disturbing knowing these things and saying them, because even how I say it is, how do I even put everything that I know in one basket so everybody understands what is happening in Bafut, as to why Bafut has not been fighting since 2018, 2017 even. Let me let everybody know that all these fights, every single one of them, all those shots that have been occurring here in Bafut, and you hear explosives and the enemy goes down, those boys were caught and locked up. General Alaji was full of shit. He was supposed to go so that someone else comes in. He was somebody I liked because somehow, to an extent, he was passionate about civilian lives. Like, for instance, everything that he always defended his very naive actions. Sometimes he would say that, the airport just didn't only for a year. So if we do anything, the guy them now they could just come now. So there are four go just come now. So they could begin beat civilian them. On several occasions, has the Amber Boys not attacked? Yet civilians suffer the effect of hiding them. I mean, from the villains. Civilians suffer the effect. They didn't know when they are coming to attack, but you wake up in the morning and you just see some bastards in black in your corridor beating you up. Was it because the Amber Boys attacked? Instead, if the Amber Boys persisted in every attack, the civilians would have been gaining much courage to say that they are safe, because the military would not even know how to use corridors or earth roads, bush roads that they now use. These people, sometimes you get up in the morning, you just see them coming out from your from your plantain, yard. They jump the commodity side bush them left and right. Who you from morning time begin ask them, say you sleep now, you and who them? Yeah. What's that boy them? As if you stay with them and all of that. There's really been a lot of wickedness with this particular man, Choa Yaba Lucas, and his ADF. They have no place where they fight. They have no territory on their own. But that very man has spoken about building hospitals, roads, and bridges. Where? I ask again, where? In an imaginary land, in an imaginary Ambazona. How strange. How wicked. How wicked. How wicked some people can be. And he has his cohorts that they move about following him, talking a lot of shit. You will not believe this. More insights have proven that there is this certain captain, Commander Benji, of the Agati Gendarmerie Brigade. That's La Republique. He is a gendarme. The man, as I speak, took Bafut boys. They went and built his house in his native village across the Mongo into French Cameroon. He is building a story building. 2 floors, not even one. 2 floors up. And as I speak, ask anybody behind, because the gendarmerie has space somehow. So behind, there are 5 cars parked there. 3 belong to this particular man, Benji. Before, we are talking about his captain that has 1 and one other guy who has 1. All because these people, they keep stopping every bike going down to Wum and my 24, which is a Bunti. They keep stopping these people, asking for taxes forcefully at gunpoint. Every tipper using that road, they keep stopping at the same time, asking for taxes. There are some people, they get up, they organize raids, get into quarters, drag out all meals, sometimes mothers and their children, and they come and pile them up there, and people start paying. Most recently is this nonsense for this lockdown, respecting someone who didn't respect his own fighters, letting most of them die in several cases. There is a lot of uncertainty surrounding his death, including witchcraft, one which I will not go into. But I want you to know that every soldier that died under General Laji was taken by him himself, spiritually, just to fortify his medicine. Yes, in gang them. Just recently, this particular lockdown we are undergoing now, yesterday in a local community on Foya, still in Bafut, going towards Bambili, and towards and below my 4. It is behind my 4 in Quen. That is where Foya is found. The military came, raided homes there, dragged people out, had them beaten, and took everybody, mother, father, children, regardless of their ages. 1,000 francs you didn't have, you were shot. As I speak, I can't really confirm, but 5 bodies from people who moved on foot going to the farms towards that direction, came back with tears in their eyes, saying 5 bodies were lying there dead because they couldn't pay 1,000 francs. So this is some sort of an open door for exploitation more. Is there even any time that the LMB does not exploit? So this has been the fate of people in this particular Bafut for the moment. There is trepidation and consternation bogging the minds of civilians, asking themselves, where would they go? What do they do? And you can't blame the rest of the boys that are struggling to survive, all because they were disarmed by General Alaji before dying, and most of them do not know where those guns are. We are still waiting for those who have a knowledge about it. But I should rest assure everybody that there is a very young and promising, vibrant, elegant guy General Alaji left behind, in the person of General Scorpion, who is gearing up to team up with General Terminator, the guy who controls Bafut 7 Kata now, who's in the Bafut forest where he operates. Every video coming from the Bafut forest is done by 7 Kata's Terminator, 7 Kata's giant, General Terminator. So this room for this alliance, this conglomeration between Alaji's boys and the 7 Kata's Terminator is going to be a very huge success on Bafut soil. Should this actually happen, those are the 2 people they are thinking that will take over Bafut. I anticipate they will take over Bafut. And only when that happens shall Bafut, mighty Bafut, be Bafut again. Until then, ADF has been a menace. It is still being a menace And it will continue being a menace if something is not done. Now, I am a ghost member of a certain A-G-C group, Ambazonian Conscience. I remember during my first audio, I listened to a certain audio, 16 minutes, 39 seconds, from Mr. Anson Tangwani. And then I also read from Julius Chofo, who's been struggling to bully at someone else to try to tell them where this voice is coming from, the source of this audio, just so that they could find me and kill me, right? That is why I first of all remain very, very anonymous, because we know things of this sort that have happened here on ground and the world doesn't know about it. The entire Ambazonia doesn't know about it. I read your comments in that group and I stay quiet. I've never really been commenting because I've just been monitoring to listen to people speak so stupidly, so naively, without proof of any actions on ground. And they are so okay with the fact that everything they say is okay by them. Is it not even stupid? Sometimes some of your people, they get out to speak. Like for example, your ADF, your A-G-C/ADF Weaver Bird, who calls himself Kavi. He once said it, not recently on the Facebook podcast, that ADF and A-G-C is entirely about Ayabacho and Northern Ambazonia. It didn't come from my mouth. It came from your inner circle. And how can you doubt that? And people will say, Ayabacho, even though he has his own errors, he doesn't have errors. He doesn't have errors. He is an error himself for this struggle. He is a crime to this struggle, to this particular liberation quest. There is really too much to say, especially from someone like me who digs a lot on ground. So you from the diaspora there talking a lot of nonsense. I'm still talking to Mr. Tangwani Hansen, whom I listened to your audio, and the rubbish you said is, I do not know Mambo even. I don't even know what I'm saying. That tippers do not pass over there. You come from the diaspora and you're telling me what is on ground? My community, my place where I live? And you think you know a thing? You're very absurd. Whatever the case, I am still warning that ADF, you have crossed the boundary. At some point, you will be taken care of. Meantime, we just wish every other soldier staying alive for a better comeback. And listen to my voice carefully. I will be the man that will bring back General Nambere into this struggle. Those are people whom can liberate this struggle. They can liberate Southern Cameroon from the grasp of the enemy and take us to Boya. It is something so many do not know. You forced him into frustration to jumping behind the enemy, begging for crumbs. But that is somebody who had a lot of potentials and nobody saw it. This will happen one way or the other, God being our helper. Long live Ambazonians, short live this struggle. Power Senior Man, signing out.
Fellow Ambazonians, good morning. Today, Tuesday, April the 23rd, 2024. I want for bring one of this very critical information where it enter for we concerning the criminal soldiers of La République du Cameroon. This information will be very important, and I would like maybe we now share them, make it reach all we liberation fighters for ground zero. The information where it reach, it indicates La République criminal soldiers, they don't operate now as undercover nurses. They operate now as undercover nurses, and they operate for Bamenda General Hospital. They operate for the hospital where it there for Mile 1, Victoria. They operate for Boya and other major hospitals. And where they do not say they go there for the areas where they know say we fighters, maybe from time to time they go there for get help. They go for they lie in wait. As soon as one of the areas be brought in, they go whiskey away for go kill it. So make when I send this message, make it reach we areas for ground zero. We know if we live and made go for trap where La République terrorist soldiers, they don't decide now say made it lie in wait. They pretend for being nurses where they just look out and for see whether any person be brought in where it look like one of we liberation fighters. May they take he go kill him. Now, better still, in order for save the lives of we ARFs, I would suggest say every camp may they get a major first aid box. May they get a major first aid box where they go put some essential things the way they be needed in case person he get wound or in case person it is sick. If you put them for something like a carry-on bag where if you carry on for their back easily when they go for mission or when they be out and about for do their operations, so that in case of anything they will get some immediate help where if it save the lives for a fellow fighter when something happen. For this first aid box, they will get things them like bandages. They will get things like iodine. They will get things like antiseptics, things where if it prevent, make a wound, be infected. If you get things like painkillers, they get a thing the way they fit stitch a small wound. The thing the way they fit stitch small wound. They put all that in them together, put them inside. They get cotton swabs, put them inside that first aid box. They get wound dressing material. Those where they be for the medical field for the various groups and what we did it. Maybe we put our heads together, come up with a comprehensive list where we count them to get them for the save the lives of these brave fighters. Then we'll get even malaria medicine, better put on there so that if some fighter is for push the sick, if he immediately take them without a need for go expose themselves for a hospital. So make a comprehensive list, and these things not be that difficult or expensive. Forget them. With 200,000 amber, we can get a very good first aid box where it will save lives. It will be readily available in the field of operation. Every military, they carry on a first aid box when they dip out for fuel. Because when you do wait until they take a fighter, transport him to hospital, so most of the times they die just from the loss of blood. But when I get these things them with wuna for fuel, it will save a lot of lives, and it will save the money for the cost where we for incur them. So make una send this message again make una know say La République du Cameroon criminal soldiers they lie out there for the various major hospitals. They put their agents where they made a spy on una. When una want go in for any treatment, una make sure say una do due diligence, make sure that the area it be safe before una go there. And again, for save lives, the need for first aid boxes for every camp it be very, very important. This one a matter of urgency. Una establish first aid boxes, carry them along as when I go out for una operations. It will save una lives, it will cut cost. So make una share this message as fast as possible. Make it reach with ARFs and with liberation fighters for ground zero, so that their lives the fee be spared. Thank you.
Fellow Ambazonians, fellow citizens, una good evening. Today, na the 23rd of April 2024, we I dey make this audio. This one na Eriko Akaba. Fellow Ambazonians, I want make this audio regarding to the election for La Republique, where it will take place for 2025. Regarding that election, I want send this audio, make it reach right to our foot soldiers. Make them start prepare their minds and start prepare their strategy. And to the fellows Ambazonians, the way they support this struggle, may we start prepare our minds, our strategy, more cut our leaf before rain start fall. Fellow Ambazonians, I want plead with all our soldiers, say, as La Republique don't prepare for go in for the presidential election, and know say a lot of manipulation they will bring her in for Ambazonian for manipulate our people. First thing first, I want plead with our fighters. Say any man, any gathering where una see am in the names of election, una sing that place. Any man for that place, make they sing am. Yes, na time this way we not supposed to claim because La Republique it will bring a lot of strategies, a lot of manipulation, propaganda for inside Ambazonian for make the world know say Ambazonian are one. But we don't always prove to the say we be two separate entity. So our fighters, any man, first thing, any mayor, first when I start for mayor them, councillors, parliamentarians, senators, any parliamentarian will come in the name of campaign, una kill am, una just move it for game immediately. Any mayor or councillor where they go send they will mostly send money for councillors them, make them come for quarters, buy small bag rice, buy Maggi for the full one. Mami they say election they come. But when I see all those councillors, when I attack them like military, when I attack them like black leg. Yes, now time this way we as Ambazonians we give to tell the world say we be two separate entity. We not give to fear anything. Yes, any gathering for inside Ambazonia in the name of election. Any gathering, any man when he come in one of a registration or this and that, and know say very well they don't do anything for inside Ambazonia like registration. They will just assume, yes, and then they will do a small propaganda for social Ambazonia. They be turned out massively for election. But at the caution our population, our mommy, our papa, they say, now stay away from this election because our fighter will be very vigilant now. Any man will preach anything concerning this election, me know say in name na die. Yeah, me know say he go plan am, but another people will chop, but he no go chop. So I plead with all Ambazonians, and I tell our fighters say, as of this moment, any man where you see for this 2024 where you see talk say me fighter, key fighter, I beg na deceased from that person. Any man where you see preach this sermon for say fighter, key fighter, I beg fighter, una no lis ten because na the thing in this way it make our struggle e still stand still for the level where e dey. Thank una so much. The one na Eriko Akaba.
Yes, Ambazonian people, them are the great one all. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending upon the time where when I will see or when I will hear this my message. I really beg when I say when I excuse me. I hear say some Ambazonian them, the day they be perfect. Some they go blame President Cristiano say he don't go for social media talk say make they kill AGF. Now me this hypocrites, you hypocrites, you hypocrites. This seeming perfect Ambazonian them. I talk say now me this. May they kill ADF. I don't hear not only for Ambazonia where they kill a fervent Ambazonia and the person where kill him they give flag. Somehow where ADF they kill Ambazonia and they so when I talk like this and we don't talk bad. When I be fit for open mouth, that means say only Ayaba with the mouth. It don't hypnotize una the craze all. I say una the craze all. Any man will blame Cristiano. Una the craze all. We go shout for social media again. Una the show perfection. Una be perfect. Una be perfect. Say Cristiano not to say make they fight the blood drunk as them. At the year again, I want fall for road when I hear how after Mark Barata, but Ambazonian would have listen for me. When I not say for this revolution, the dullest person where don't exist inside this revolution are Mark Barata. And the reason that we God be punish he didn't make the he got if he talk fine. Because even if people talk fine, like people they feel die. Mark Barata he voice he make so because he had over dark. Mark Barata, you be madman, you be the worst man. As when you and Tapang would be there for leadership. So yeah, Tapang, go learn for Tapang, okay? Go learn for Tap your friend. Tapang I go it clever past you. That's why she don't quiet. Mark Barata, you the craze. You don't drunk your own blood. Now hard for people that don't give you chop. I say now hard for people that you don't give you chop. And then no talk about this idiot where he call it say what he don't talk say he be son of what he how they call this fool again no where go hide from Ghana. Say they make podcast. Eh? Michael foolish idiot. Michael idiot. You Michael idiot. Michael mad dog. You kill Tanu. He never correct for you. You don't kill the other person again. You did for that place only for poison people them. Sam, begin talk there last. Time when we reach for ground zero. Make this independent camp. Then name say Michael Nam. If I see you, me and you will die. Because you don't kill Mamio, and then you don't kill another person. Eh? You never kill Pache. Michael idiot. You never kill Pache. You never poison Pache for Ghana. Are you fool? You did that, you the talk, so then you coach my president. Cristiano Pasuna all. You don't understand? Cristiano Pasuna all. I said now people they are hot, they give when I chop them. I said they kill all that people they so. I said Michael idiot. Michael idiot. Smoother you walk naked. I said Michael idiot. Will you call yourself say Michael now? You do plenty. You as well you don't chop people their heart. And you think that if you begin make that dirty you say podcast. So that you put you think your dirty man cause Chris Anu. You ain't know how much. Eh? I never don't give you a wetty. I beg Ambazonians. It then I say we play for this thing for years, so okay. We will see the people then. Time will finish. We will hold hand to hand. We will hold hand to hand. May we get us on the freedom. And I said, Cristiano, our president, I held your hand up. We get for kill all the black legs. We get for kill all the black legs. Like Mark Barata, like Ayaba, and the ADF them. Now black leg them. Now black leg them all inside the revolution. They don't ask plenty questions. They say, since the revolution, what the ADF don't do? Eh? Michael fool. Michael idiot. You be sure we cannot fight where ADA don't fight? The Echo see they don't fight, which cannot fight? Now 8 years. You baboon. They don't move with a brain for it. When they only work at knock English or nothing. No common sense, no conscience. When I could die finish. Come I will catch you now for outside on a day. Come I will catch you now for outside on a day. Mark Barata, a big fool, the dullest person in the revolution. Mark Barata is the dullest person in this revolution. Yes. Then when you go to say if the gig gone for Pobia, gig gone Pobia Tanabia and Chris Anu, you will kill Chris Anu. Come for America, can't kill Chris Anu, no? Now what did they have you? Small time, you don't go take money for Pobia, you get for Chris Anu, yeah, and Sako. No, but madness that. You take money, which are your own day. You don't do what you with your own. Eh? Black leg. Black leg. Come, I will catch you now. Oh. I say, me, I know she don't wear, I don't open my own mouth too. Ambazonian, when I shine with the eyes, God, you know why this revolution, they stay so rich now. So that means we see all this black like them. If you say we don't win enter, when I see man, they back Barata, when I get in position, now black leg, it could kill Ambazonia them. People like Yabaso, people like Michael Idiot, where you say even Macadam. Now people that this way they flop noise for social media. Well, if we hypnotize some people, they will think say now better people them. Now we sweep for them. Michael, now you don't keep patch. You don't keep patch for Ghana day. You think say we don't know, eh? And you be keep Chetanu. You understand? You be keep Chetanu. Again, you audio where you and EBD discuss. You are EBD quarter inside. Now you where you send your baboon then where they're there for man condemn go key. You think they will not know? Oh, Pache and Chetanu, their blood there for your head. You can't tell me. You can't tell me how that people the money die. You hear no? Michael fool, Michael idiot. Say you did support my barata. Say my barata. Say my barata. It is so. I think why Ambazonians are the talk so with blind mind. My heart is dark. If I see Mark Barata or Michael Idiot, I feel chop them raw. Mark Arata, Mark Arata, Mark Arata. Come I will meet up you. Small time you no go talk again. You did hear no? And then all the injured, they were there for Ambazonia where they talk say Chris Anu, and not supposed to talk say make they eliminate ADF. When I go help ADF, when I be go school, when I get sense plenty, why when I not be talk? When I say when I the fear yaba. Yes, I the fear yaba. I'm not saying the talk so when I come for me. Hypocrites, hypocrites. May we call a snake a snake. Eh? A fuck a fuck. When I hear that when they talk say this one I got ordained revolution. When I like him or when I not like him, any man feel resign. Because when I there for when I better place, when I the talk say why they talk say make the key enemy the way they there inside the house. You don't know say enemy where they inside house, if bypass enemy outside. How many people Ayaba will kill them before when I will get sympathy for Ambazonians? All that money where Ayaba the kill them take and so he don't do what he don't kill one republic or he don't burn even one republic house. Where? And the people that this way they say that you go church. Which are the truth there? Even as the talk say make this, I do not talk what you where they talk. If somebody kill another one, then they kill you too. I have never kill enough for when I for talk say make they kill Ayaba. Or when I want to make the talk and say make the butter Ayaba I hate. Someone they say they make the difference because Batty people they don't take them. They do their thing. Yes, not only party, but we all. We all. If you know what, I'm going to join Ayaba and ADF. Now me I talk. Now me I talk. When I like when I chop me. Sometimes when the third seat or some wish fever the day where they see the where they disguise. Chris, I know don't talk the truth. And now that ADF, he gave for he gave a change in position or else we will war with it first. If I say man, we finish with ADF before we finish with the Republic. Because ADF passed the Republic. ADF passed the Republic. Enemy inside house. Yes. Mark Arata, where it talks say he will leave Paul Bia, he will kill Chris Anu. You never be kill up. They don't tell you Canada for there for Europe, you know, be for Belgium, they you know be close come for here. Big fool. Big fool. Long live the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Short live the struggle. Mark Arata. We not go die off for us on a day. Because we know one talk through. We don't want to say make we win. But we will win. Long live the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Short live the struggle. All enemies they must die.
Uh, well, first of all, I get for beg permission for owner for this house, especially the administration for this house. Um, I dey beg you, my friend. I beg you, uh, the important people for the house. Say some of we can't talk. When we hear some people they vomit poison for this drug. The poison it dey irritate some of we, and we dey feel say we fit talk because that poison it dey poison some particular area. It dey poison na momo, it dey poison na moam. Yes, I dey address the audio. Now for that idiot wey dey call himself say Michael Nam, I dey address that bloodsucker wey he dey waka call other people. He with the Kaba, Ayabacho, my barata, Capo Daniel. Look at us, just to name it. When I tell you, say anything we concern Momo, if he can't talk, me I don't tell you. Say me, the one she don't quiet, but the Momo mami them, the more mami them, me in particular. We go commode as I dey talk so, I dey talk the Almighty in the year. You dey can't pretend every now and then talk nonsense, talk like say you be a child of God. Michael Nam, take your time. I don't give you now for the Almighty. I give you for the Holy Spirit. I say, me the Holy Spirit, me the blood of Jesus. Tie diama, me the honey where that woman put them as handcuff. Make it tie diama. Now me, I say the God of Moramu, of Momo, me the rise up, follow you. Follow Ayabacho, follow Capodani, follow Lucas Asu, follow all that people where they follow ADF. Now me I dey talk this thing. All picking the way ADF don't eliminate them. You can't talk you open your tongue like those of a snake. You talk say wetin, say Christian no, don't talk say wetin. When that ADF they worker, they kill people for Moramu, for Momo, you the idiot, You need to talk. You need to talk. I say, may God punish you 1,000,000 times. Now, me I dey talk for you, Michael Nam. God punish you, punish you, punish Lucas. And me I talk. I say, as I dey talk, so when I go move close, work and naked for any whatever place where una dey, na me I dey talk. For all that people, all that atrocity where una don't commit them. For Moamu, for Momo in general. Now me I dey talk. I don't talk this thing. Michael Nam, be careful. I did talk to me be careful. I said that 4 we did for Moamu. For action, wake up. Not this man, only one state. Not I am a stone with one state. Not all the people when they say, you not shame. I am a child will go for Moamu. Take Moamu, begin them again, put them against their parents, against their own people. You dey call, open your fans, you dey talk for Christian or say what they may God punish you 1,000,000. Now, me I dey talk this thing. Yes, me any man, he ask me, I go talk. You dey talk like who? Idiot like you. Because I have actually pay you house for Ghana where you dey. Because I have actually pay you house. I say money where they extort them from Mogamu people, from Momo people. I said that money will swell on a belly. Now me I dey talk this thing. It will make una swell. It will punish you.
Good evening, House. Revolutionary greetings. Yes, I salute everybody inside this forum. I say once more again, revolutionary greetings. And I say Ambazonian must be free. Cameroon comes on. We are bound to do so. Uncle B, I be sorry, say, if today some of we will never understand the rule where this hungry, irrelevant activists, them, they play for inside this struggle, I will be disappointed because if La République not fit use some hungry, irrelevant activists as Mark Barata for send information out or for make propaganda against the leadership of this struggle, who you go use them? Okay, you go ask yourself, say this so-called Mark Baratas, the Nelson Ochemba, this Nanchop Crovis. You will see say Nanchop Crovis since he Nanchop, yes, since he take this 20 million from Marianta, he own struggle end for day. Yes, I think some of we don't understand. Say these irrelevant activists, them enter for this struggle, and I will still repeat them. Their job for this struggle now for earn money, now for create what way go give them popularity. After that, they will get money. See, they don't make show La République say they be popular, they fit do something. You know, as far as La République be desperate, La République get forgiven. You hear my Mark Barata talk say it will take money for La République so they can give Christian we own. The money been be how much? You see Mark Barata, so no man where go take money, go give him for some money. Just look Mark Barata, take a look to Mark Barata. Mark Barata, a man where go take money, would die a big belly, so give him for man. I beg me we know, make we focus for this struggle. Make we focus, I beg, anything where they come from this hungry 11 activists, them, make we forget about these people. Sometimes I didn't even see they invite this so-called Mark Barata, they laugh. And they look these people and they laugh. And if some man they come call a leader. And you just look down and say, who side this man to come out? What that he don't dream. Now what he make he call I am a leader. I make we know who we feel call him leader. Make we not make this kind election or what multi-parties may where Cameroon be doing. It'll go for village, look some man, give you some more money, come out, say you don't create party. Now the same thing with La République. I understand game for La République quite alright. Quite alright. I be sorry say some of we we never yet understand how La Republic they play with the collaborators where they don't infiltrate the struggle. Yes, my barata will go take money can't get for you. He don't first give you one. That means say La Republic go take money get for Mark Barata, say go get for Chris Ano. La Republic the craze. Massa. Some kind thing, if when I hear some kind thing, like this kind thing, Mark Barata, you know get that level. When La Republic fi go call he say can't take money, go give for Chris. Take money, go give Chris Ano own. Now we don't give Chris Ano own. What happen? It don't produce what it don't change what for Chris Ano. If really be take money, go give for Chris Ano. What way Chris Ano be made the drum from the beginning of this struggle. Now the only backbone for this struggle today. What you don't change. So you think say La Republic will just take money give for you? So what happened for this Capo Daniel? Capo Daniel they take money for La Republic. Take money at the last period. They tell you say now we go tell you what you go do. And they tell you what you go do. Capo Daniel cap openly talk say him being a black leg for inside this struggle. That's how La Republic do work. La Republic do work with you unless they kill you with poison, or they shoot you for some place they kill you, or you remain like their slave, just as John Fundi. Yes, we know all what. And La Republic not just use man anyhow. No. If La Republic want use you, make you trust you, go tell you say make you join flag machine. If you don't join them, okay, they feel use their time. You know, say if they talk, they take control upon you before they start use you. That's all La Republic do work. Man, another thing say when I feel come the food. Good evening, House Revolutionary greetings. 21 gun salute to all of our fighters, generals, foot soldiers. Anybody where they inside this APP forum, make you know say either for the forum where this forum they support the Restoration Council of where it be the Parliament of Federal Republic of Ambazonia. This forum will not support any wrong leader. Yes. So all the people where they support this ADF, Cho, Ayaba, and the infiltrators, them where they inside this group, we know them, all of them. Yes, so I want to tell them, say this forum, if you believe, say this power will come out from Patasan, it go to Siseko Ayuk Tabi. After that, it go to Amani Bobga. From there to Sako. From there to Titawe, be resign. You say Inofiron, Inofit lead the revolution. Then from there to Marianta, and election put. From there to President Christopher Ano, when I be the leader of the revolution today, you fit stay for inside this APP forum. If you not believe for that one, no need for be inside this forum. And if you believe say Ayabana kidnapper, na hijacker of this struggle in the favor of La Republic, no enter you for inside, no be you inside this forum. Because this forum, na forum for talk through and na forum for take this struggle forward. Yes. Na forum for do the right thing for this struggle. These forums, them. This were forum. So we see some these supporters for ADF just the hide inside this forum. The things that we don't know them. We know them all. I go start call their name one by one. Plenty of this black legs them way they hide inside this forum. They are from Mezam. Yes, I know them, all of them. We know them, and we will call them. Make nothing say they hide inside this forum. Yes, they infiltrate this forum, pretend say they stand with we. Now they stand with the revolution. Say we don't know them. We know them fine, quite alright. We know what way they do. Because I know if you see Mango talk say he did so he don't sign alliance with Namji Kano or with the Biafrans. What did that alliance don't do for the struggle today for ADF? That alliance, and if you see say Mango talk say Nigeria say na refugees the divide country. Yes, all this one for and if you see fight away leader where he go send you commander in chief, they kill him. He send and make them go kill 13 good fighters for Gujang. Slaughtered. Don't talk of the southern zone. The fighters were ADF don't kill him by himself. Then he come to call himself say he be leader. I go there for a hand, for a back the clap hand. An officer leader like Mr. Sako, with the RCE accountability, they know what to say make it resign. The RCE accountability, the only accountability where be figure with the hand clappers and I say with the my tip to Buya lava storm 1, 2, 3 na $75,000 where they give for Chris Ano. Yes. Now all accountability way Sako figure with all of your hand clappers. Now 75,000 we agree they talk say and the 75,000 we say the game we ask them evident they and it not be fit give accountability for anything where they fit do say no fit give accountability and he appoint himself being the president, the real president when he appoint his and he accuse Paul Biya against say Paul Biya a dictator then he be what he. So make we avoid some certain mistakes them. Yes, and people there for you back, the club hand, the Martin Mongwas. There is someone saying Pastor Victor, someone saying Pastor Commando. Victor even try for corrupt me. For he say he want corrupt me. In the days of this thing, where the days where Sakob one call himself saying now only he be the president for Federal Republic Ambazonian. The only thing we be ask Sakona for give accountability for the money them we don't rest them. Because the power, the firepower, we will be looking for down, not the one way down, the money we get them for your hand, the food do more than that one. He come out tell you say now 75,000 for with the nursing or chamber. And he say hand over that money for Chris Ano. We tell you say make it bring evidence. Make it bring the evidence no day. Yes, and he end up for talking now only na be president for life, and people there for you back. People then there for you back. Ambazonia people they follow this irrelevant so-called leader.
Ladies and gentlemen, and fellow Ambazonians, greetings. I'm here to react to an audio or a write-up I just came across from Mark Barata. The people who claim the revolution is them and nobody else. When my brother failed to know he has outlived his era. But what he says is you making impeaching, they could send it to ground zero, all of our people to hear from him. It's a pity that the problem we have in this struggle has always stemmed from where we are affiliated. When the interim government was formed, it was formed as a unity platform where all of us will converge and talk Ambazonia. The what they used to call that the Ahwema Barata were the spokesperson for that group. The Boherbed, the Kwanga, the Ayaba refused to join the interim government. They call it ACT. It was a counter to the interim government. I want to ask Marita, where did ACT go to? What happened to it? If you guys are thinking about unity every day and every day, first of all, you guys had the ACT. Where is it? I will tell that we still have the IG till date. No matter how hard you guys come up fighting it, we still have it till they running this struggle. Unfortunately, they are in factions. But I wouldn't say any faction because if we follow our constitution, we don't have factions. We have an opposition that is out of the government. The internet government exists till date. And that internet government is led now by Chris Ano. That came in through an election. Out of 36 LGAs that were present, 32, sorry. 28 voted for Chris Ano. So nobody can question his legitimacy as a leader as the leader of the internet government. But my problem here is, my Barata could tell us more what happened to ACT. They said that was where a government, that's where Ambazonian was going to be built. And the way they kind of think and they talk about unity, I was willing to see them unified under that act as they started. These people are just named. Where are they? Or they only see unity only with the interim government. Well, so what happened to their own group? The acting that they created. When Mark Barretta was like a spokesperson. And another thing I want to make clear here about Mark Barretta is that Mark Barretta and Tapang Evo never gave powers to the Starsangs willingly. They were forced to. They have that brief period when these people left from Grazon and they were scattered. Away Tarzan and they regrouped in Nigeria. That picture was out there by 11 of them. They said, okay, they were taking over back the revolution. Father Ayeba Bala was away, did not take away everybody for the consortium. The Tapang and Evo is resisted. I could hear Tapang still coming out to say they don't have to answer to anybody except Bala that gave them powers. They will listen only to Bala and nobody else. With my Barretta and the Tapang. My Barretta tell me, let him prove me wrong. Why those statements were not made? That they recognize but Bala that gave powers to them. But now they were forced to hand powers to the consortium with the Tassangs. And he's here to preach to Ambazonians. Remember again, there was one time that my brother sent an audio out. Let it prove me wrong. When he said, Anu and Sako and others have been bought by the Larabri to Cameroon and that the money passed through him. You see how stupid we are? We sell ourselves thinking that we are blackmailing others. The question I asked then, I'm repeating because one Mark Barretta has meant to talk about this morning. How did you get connection with Larabri to Cameroon to get that money to Sako, Anu, and the rest? Were you fighting the revolution or selling the revolution? Mark Barretta sent this audio to him. Let him come and answer Uncle B that when you made that statement, that the money for Chris, Ano, Sako, and two others came through you. You divided the money to them. As I said, this is how stupid we behave. We think we are blackmailing others, not knowing that we are selling ourselves. When he made that statement, he thought that he was going to sell Sako and Ano as the people who have sold the revolution. But how did you get the contact library to come to get that money from them to come and buy them, to hand it to them? And when I started picking about Mark Barretta as far back as early as 2018-19, because at the time that they had that acting and the internal government, when the internal government makes or comes out like what he is doing now, Mark Barretta will talk he will write and talk. He had what he used to call the People's Platform. He would talk, I don't know whether People's Platform is dead and gone. And Mark Barretta failed to realize his era is over. Leaders come and go, but the nations remain. So that was Mark Barretta saying that other people have sold the revolution. He said the money passed through him. So who then sold the revolution? So you want to take money for Larabri to Cameroon to come and derail, buy over for Larabri to Cameroon? So if somebody do not know who they call a Mag Barata, instances like this will make you ask such questions. But who is this person? They talk about unity, Mag Barata will talk about unity. We have what happened to the meeting that they had in Belgium with the activists? Are they unified? Why do they think that unity will come only through the internal government? Why would they fight the internal government all along? Then bring me to the point of Mag Barata saying that Anu was wrong, and he said that he should tame Anu. Let me ask Mag Barata, can he point out to Uncle B here what the SDF has done or what they have done for this struggle that do not want the elimination? Elimination means get rid of them. Get rid of them, but anyway, scatter them. It can be either you throw them away, you kill them, the population get chase them away, and there will be no trace of ADF. The killing of all the general, the fighters. First of all, are the ADF boys fighters from Ambazonia? How do we classify who is your friend and who is your enemy? The person comes after you to kill you. You've never seen Mag Barata come out to say, oh, they should tame Ayeba. He would loudly condemn what Ayeba would do, but such word as tame, he will never do that to Ayeba. Let me tell remind Mag Barata, Ayeba atrocities, Ayeba killings. Where's Akuma, Mag Barata? You know Akuma came and cried that Ayeba sent people to come and kill him. But what he refused to be under Ayeba. And a few times that boy was poisoned. We just heard about another Pache that just died, which we should think that is poisoned. They struggle with Ayeba, the Ambazonian money, Ayeba, from Ayeba group. They embezzle money. That guy is gone. Through poison, where they say they travel all hospital, but finally he died. We have to with quarrels with the ADF. Mag Barata, what happened to the bar table with the ADF? What happened to Ayafo? What happened to the head of the Prince of Kugwe? What happened to Ivor? I already named Akuma. What happened to Amigo? Amigo was, RK was under Amigo for atrocities in the area. You and Ayeba, and they gave Amigo 72 hours to release, and without which, and then with that last day, Amigo was gone. He was killed. The last day you gave him that, if that expires, and Amigo died that same night. So with all of this, do these people don't have blood in their system? Mag Barata. So somebody can kill with impunity. And people like you and others who say, no, oh, don't talk to him like that. Because, my goodness, when we first of all outlawed Ayeba, the ADF, when they killed, after the killing of Batibu, who is that leader who will see people go about killing and killing and killing, and people will see, say, where has the ADF fight? Where have they been fighting? Where have they fought? Their presence is signaled by the killing of the Ambazonian people. Have you come to see to tame Ayeba with the kidnappings, the slaughtering, about the liberation tax? When people are carrying into the book, people are harassed, people are forced, and these guys are, they are not balanced upstairs, I'm telling you. If you are a government and you allow a group in your government to be doing this, then why are you a government? A government is made. That's why terrorists, they fight terrorists all over the world because of situations like this. Kidnappings, slaughtering, beheading, burning, all of those things. ADF has carried out all of those things. First and foremost, Mark Barretta, have you asked the ADF where the money they be collecting is going to? Do they share the money with others? And what is that money doing for Amazon in respect of our struggle fighting liability to Cameroon? Can we tell me how many battles ADF have waged against liability to Cameroon? 2, 3. Tell me, Mark Barretta. Evil is evil. And therefore, Ambazonian, this is how we know people who are for this revolution or who are not. Mark Barretta could say somebody who is standing firm against rogue fighters. This man Anu has embraced anybody that is fighting Ambazonia. He has sent money to all of those people. Not because a government is supposed to have everybody against that government. Are they now wanting Chris to go run and say, these are my own fighters? And begin to fund and leave others? This is bizarre. This is unspeakable. Who claim that they send an audio all around for people to listen to him. It was wrong. Even in a country here in America where you kill, how are you punished? So how do you get one to punish the ADF? Why? So people were saying no, they would have done it different. Tell us how it would have been done. Tell us how, if you had that position as a government, how would you have done it? All these people that be killing, harassing, maiming, and everything are the same people they say they are going to protect. I said Ambazonian are able to know that these are tactics used to turn our people against us. And when we come out strong against them, they are people who are for them, either knowingly or not knowing that their intention is to turn our population against us. And you are wanting other leaders should start running to other places that they collect their own tax money. Now we'll be scrambling for areas to control so that you collect tax in Ambazonian. And yet we dictate the scramble for Africa or the partition of Africa. What a mess. If a government cannot crack down on rogue people like this, but then I want you to know that not everybody will say yes to this. But the question of Mark Barretta is, if you think you are still relevant, what happened to the Belgium meeting? If you think you are still relevant, did you give powers to the Tassan willingly? If you think you are relevant, the people can listen to you. Didn't you say you took money for La Republic Cameroon and divided to the unknowns and the circles? And how did that money get to you? If you think you are still relevant, when have you come to say to tame Ayebabo, such for the killings and all things that he has done in Ambazonia? We mean that you are irrelevant. Your time passed. Short moment. What happened to the People's Platform, Mark Barretta? Where is the People's Platform? I raised my case.
Yes, Ambazonian people, them are the great one are all. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending upon the time where when I will see or when I will hear this my message. I really beg when I say when I excuse me. I hear say some Ambazonian them. The day they be perfect. Some day they go blame President Chris Anu say he don't go for social media talk say make they kill AGF. Now me this hypocrites, you hypocrites. This seeming perfect Ambazonian them. I talk say now me this make they kill AGF. I don't hear Not only for Ambazonian where they kill a fervent Ambazonia and the person where kill him they give flag. Somehow where ADF they kill Ambazonian they so when I talk for Chris and we don't talk bad. When I be fit for open mouth, that means say only Ayaba with the mouth. He don't hypnotize una decrease all. I say una decrease all. Any man will blame Cristiano. Una decrease all. We go shout for social media again. Una the show perfection. Una be perfect. Una be perfect. Say Cristiano not to say make they fight the blood drunk as them. And here again, I want fall for road when I hear how after Mark Barata, but Ambazonian would have listened for me. When I not say for this revolution, the dullest person where don't exist inside this revolution are Mark Barata. And the reason that we God be punish he is to make the he God, if he talk fine. Because even if people talk fine, like people the feet die. Mark Barata, he voice, he make so because he had over dark. Mark Barata, you be madman, you be the worst man. As where you and Tapang wanna be there for leadership. So yeah, Tapang, go learn for Tapang, okay? Go learn for Tap your friend. Tapang I go it clever past you. That's why she don't quiet. My brother, you the craze. You don't drunk their own blood. Now hard for people that don't give you chop. I say now hard for people that you don't give you chop. And then no talk about this idiot where he call it say what he don't talk say he be son of what how did they call this fool again where he go hide for Ghana say they make podcast Michael foolish idiot Michael idiot you Michael idiot Michael mad dog you kill Tanu he never collect for you you don't kill the other person again. You did for that place only for poison people them. Sam, begin talk there last. Time when we reach for ground zero. Make this independent camp. Then name same Makanam. If I see you, me and you will die. Because you don't kill Mamio, and then you don't kill another person. Eh? You never kill Pache. Michael idiot, you never kill Pache, you never poison Pache for Ghana. Are you fool? You did that, you the talk, so then you coach my president. Cristiano Pasuna all. You don't understand? Cristiano Pasuna all. I said now people they are hot, they give when I chop them. I said they kill all that people they so. I said Michael idiot. Michael idiot. Smoother you walk a naked. I said Michael idiot. Will you call yourself say Michael now? You do plenty. You as well you don't chop people their heart. And you think that if you begin make that dirty you say podcast. So tell you put you take your dirty mouth calls Chris Anu. You ain't you know how much? Eh? I never don't give you a wetty. I beg Ambazonians. It then I say we dey play for this thing for years, so okay. We dey see the people then. Time will finish. We will hold hand to hand. We will hold hand to hand. May we get us all the freedom. And I said, Chris Anu, our president, I held your hand up. We get for kill all the black legs. We get for kill all the black legs. Like Mark Barata, like Ayaba, and the AD of them. Now black leg them. Now black leg them all inside the revolution. They don't ask plenty questions. They say, since the revolution, what the ADF don't do? Eh? Michael Fool, Michael Idiot. You be sure we cannot fight where ADF don't fight? The Echo see they don't fight, which cannot fight? Now 8 years. You baboon. They don't move with a brain for it. When they only work at knock English or nothing. no common sense, no conscience. Una go die finish. Kama go catch una for outside una day. Kama go catch una for outside una day. Mark Barata, a big fool, the dullest person in the revolution. Mark Barata is the dullest person in this revolution. Yes. Then when you go to Tana say if the gig gone for Pobia, a gig gone Pobia Tanabia and Chris Anu, you will kill Chris Anu. Come for America, can't kill Chris Anu, no? Now what did they have you? Small time, you don't go take money for Pobia, you get for Chris Anu here and Sako. No, but madness that. You take money, which are your own day. You don't do work with your own. Eh? Black leg. Black leg. Come, I will catch you now. Oh. I say, me, I know she don't wear, I not open my own mouth too. Ambazonian, when I shine with the eyes, God, you know why this revolution, they stay so they rich now. So that means we see all this black like them. If you say we don't win enter, when I see man, they back barata, when I give position, now black like, it could kill Ambazonia them. People like Yabaso, people like Michael Idiot, where you say even Macadam. Now people that this way they flop noise for social media. Well, if we hypnotize some people, they will think say now better people them. Now we sweep for them. Michael, now you don't keep patch. You don't keep patch for Ghana day. You think say we don't know, eh? And you be keep Chetanu. You understand? You be keep Chetanu. And then you audio where you and you be discuss. You are even the quarry inside. Now you where you send your baboon them where they there for a man condemned to go key. You think they will not know? Oh, Pache and Chetanu, their blood there for your head. You can't tell me. You can't tell me how that people the money die. You hear no? Like a fool, like an idiot. Say you did support my barata. Say my barata. Say my barata. It is so. I think why Ambazonians are the talk so with blind mind. My heart is dark. If I see Mark Barata or Michael Idiot, I feel chop them raw. Mark Arata, Mark Arata, Mark Arata. Come, I will meet up you. Small time, you know go talk again. You did hear no? And then all the injured, they were there for Ambazonia, where they talk say Chris Anu, and not supposed to talk say make make they eliminate ADF. When I go help ADF, when I be go school, when I get sense plenty. Why when I not be talk? When I say when I the fear yaba. Yes, I the fear yaba. I'm not saying the talk so when I come for me. Hypocrites, hypocrites. May we call a snake a snake. Eh? A fuck a fuck. When I hear that you want to talk say this one a God ordained revolution. When I like him or when I not like him, any man feel resign. Because when I therefore when I better place, when I the talk say why they talk say me the key enemy the way they there inside the house. You don't know say enemy where they inside house it bypass enemy outside. How many people in the Ayaba will kill them before when I will get sympathy for Ambazonians? All that money where Ayaba the kill them take and so he don't do what he don't kill one republic or he don't burn even one republic house. Where? And the people that this way they say that you go church. Which are the truth there? Even as the talk they make this, I do not talk where they talk. If somebody kill another one, then they kill you too. I have never killed enough for when I for talk they make a kill I have. Or when I want to make the talk and I say make the butter I hate. Someone they say they make the new one because Batty people they don't take them. They do their thing. Yes, not only Batty, but we all. We all, if you know what, I'm going to join Ayaba and ADF. Now me I talk. When I die, when I chop me. Sometimes with the 10 feet or some wish people the day where they see the where they disguise. Chris Anu don't talk the truth, and now that ADF he get for he get for change the position, or else we will war with it first. If first man we finish with ADF before we finish with the Republic, because ADF passed the Republic. ADF passed the Republic. Enemy inside house. Yes. Mark Arata, where it talks say he will leave Paul Bia, he will kill Chris Anu. You never have to kill him. They don't tell you cannot for there for Europe, you know, be for Belgium, they you know be close come for here. Big fool, big fool. Long live the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, short live the struggle. Mark Arata, we not go die off for Usa una day. Because we know one talk through. We know one say make we win, but we will win. Long live the Federal Republic of Amazonia. Shall live the struggle. All enemies they must die.
The truth is that let Momo people flush this thing called ADF. Let them reject that thing completely. ADF or what? Let them flush that thing out. That's a terrorist organization. Yes, I don't know what I have achieved. It may be at the beginning they had a good intention, but Sheikh Awi and the rest, Pascal Kiki, them, they have just made that thing a terrorist organization. I don't know where they are getting such a policy. An intransigent fellow like Sheikh Awi should never have been the person at the center of ADF because he's behaving like a madman. I don't know how somebody will set up an organization that is supposed to protect its people, own people, but it is terrorizing people all over. They don't listen nothing to nobody from nobody. No advisement, nothing. There's no amount of criticism that can change Ayabacho and his gang. They don't restrain themselves at all. They think that they have become some something that Ambazonians cannot reject them or can have no option but to embrace them. And they will just impose Ayabacho when we reach Boy as president of Ambazonia, according to his dominant force policy declaration. And I just feel sad for things like this. Where is the ADF has ever fought? Where? In which battle? We have seen battles of Okoro, we've seen battles of Tenkobo, we've seen battles of FM the King, we've seen FM No Pity's battles, we've seen at least even one young general, one young them. Where? Which battle can we actually identify to the ADF? Which one? Nothing. Zero. We've seen Grandpa them in Bali. They and them, they are around the same environment. Grandpa makes exploits, they have done nothing. We saw this guy in Batibo who died right at the war front, who was killed at the war front. You know, we've seen people like that. Where have we seen the ADF? Nowhere. Zero. Finish. They should destroy that thing because it's just there to killing people, disturbing people, extorting people, killing, disturbing other genuine fighters, and spoiling the name of this revolution. Grandstanding at the level of the diaspora, grandstanding. They won't collaborate with anybody. So this is, I don't know. They should just dissolve that thing. I don't know. But hey, let the Bati people take it as they are already doing, and let us leave them do what they are doing. You know.
Honorable Dison, I know you guys are still sleeping, but I'm on my way now, going to work for I start working at 6 a.m. Sorry. Your message is on point, and your reaction. When we held the joint session on Sunday, this was one of the points that was to raise to the president, that action which he took out there is counterproductive. I know he could have allowed some of us to come up with such pronouncements, of which we already did against the ADF, and not him doing so publicly. For it has given fuel to the haters of him as a person to flood the social media space with their nonsense. So that was uncalled for. Secondly, if we are calling for the elimination of the ADF, my main point here was that we do not have the technical know-how at the moment to do that job. Had it been we have the technical know-how to do that job, we could have done that job silently, and the ADF will be history. We should be preparing, but to see how we can come up with a concrete measure and means to eradicate this group of terrorists that are terrorizing our people on the ground. Thank God, the people of Batibu, and this is what I advocated for 4 years ago. I said the people of Batibu were making a lot of noise, blaming just everybody, not taking their own plight, into their hands. I asked them, you people should flush the ADF out of Batibu. I said, those guys cannot be more than the population of Batibu. You guys should take the ADF out of Batibu. They gave them sanctuary, they gave them food, they turn around and were just terrorizing the whole place. Instead of doing the needful, they were complaining. They have started doing the needful now. They should continue till that job is done. They should send those bunch of hoodlums out of Batibu. I even asked some time ago, just a few months behind, Jusum, that he should get to me. And let me even give him a traditional tip that he can pass on to the people of Batibu to get these guys out of Batibu, not killing them by themselves, but cursing them in Batibu, and they will not leave to see the next week. But Sikot Judson haven't contacted me for that tip. Maybe they have a better way out. Let them do it and get rid of these idiots in Batibu. I yield.
Yeah, if I for house, we're not in our houses. If I hear from Honorable Son expressing their frustration with the ADF, that Honorable Son and Comrade Sama, but saying that something else would have been done, or somebody of a lesser, of a lower rank would have done it. What impact will it carry if a government has a position where you guys are part of that government? You then give it to a lesser person to make that pronouncement. You see, posterity will judge all, ladies and gentlemen. This Anu man that we're talking every day, Anu has done this, Anu has done this, Anu has done this.
Because he comes out, let's the time with Sako, this man has some sort of battle because when they came with Sako, he comes out to say this is wrong. We say, oh no, you would have said it, and we recognize the fact that this is outrageous or nobody is saying here terrorist organization. We're supposed to pronounce the terrorist organization, some lesser person like me, and it will have a meaning behind that. Or the president, or let's say the government, coming to make the position of the government known. Posterity will judge us tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. What was your role in this? What did you do? There are some of these things that we did. Take, for instance, the unity thing. The man by that unity there was Anu that was obstructing Sako from falling in line in the unity thing. And Anu has come, is running around all over the place calling for unity. But Sako is now standing firm. There's no unity except him alone. What I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, when we make statements, sometimes it intoxicates others. It gives breathing space to others. A government position, it would have been a communique. It would have been something, this is the position of this government. Just as it happened when we were with Sako, when ADA was outlawed or banned, when that massacre of Batipo took place. But if we can recognize, as per what Honorable Desmond has expressed, as per what someone has expressed, and I remember just of late, Commissioner was accused for inciting people that they wanted to come and kill. And he reiterated his position. That is manhood. In not to shy away, a position you hold, that you are afraid that somebody will do this. As I say, posterity will judge us tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. This is the communication department. I don't know what the comrade in arms will be thinking, but I want to say that when it is what you have to prove, make it with affirmative action that I said it, and it is what I said, just as Comrade Summer did last week. When he was answering to the Mongwan saying that he asked for this to happen, he reaffirmed it. That is where you take and man it up. So that you will shy away, let somebody do this, let somebody do this. Posterity will actually tomorrow, posterity will portray you tomorrow. Say, when this happened, what did you do? Say, oh, I gave to a lesser person to say, were you the person to that position? What was your government position in that regard? If you lead a people, it is very true that when you lead people, not everybody will buy to what you do. Even the same people in the same government, not everybody will buy to it. But so long as the majority says this is the right thing to do, you go ahead and do and affirm it and hold strong to it. Just honorable someone did. But I'm surprised he is saying that would have been some lesser people to do it, it would have been wrong. But then he is saying with a good intention that maybe it will sell out there that he did it. But that it was the right thing to be done. You don't shy away from it. Truth will always prevail. And when you say the truth, stand by it. My people, Mama, are suffering. They are being slaughtered. You saw their produce that have been germinated and they can't go to farm. You are saying that somebody would have given to somebody or letter to say it because the president or the comrade arm should not say it because they will take it. And so what? Was that the wrong thing to be done? My brother, we are, and I think in this house, or nobody's understand, we are part of this government. And if we do condemn, as Honorable Son is a terrorist organization, how is it bad for a terrorist organization to be pronounced as what it is? If you recognize that it's a terrorist organization, then you want a lesser person to pronounce that. And not the authority concerned that recognizes that as a terrorist organization to pronounce it as that. It disassociates us from such action, from such group as a government. That we are not part of it. We condemned it when it happened. Because when you say a lesser person of a lesser rank person saying it, it is not the mouthpiece of the government. You cannot say that the government took this position. But when the commander in chief or this is the president or commander in army says it, it is binding that you are the leader to this group or to this country and you pronounce this, it holds. Even if you send it to the community, either you send a press release out there condemning what has happened, you know that okay, the government did this. Or the president go out and make a statement about it. You know, the president made a statement about it. We live in civilized world and see how things like this are done. Not some man like one could be go say, oh, this is wrong. They will be taken that the government has condemned it. We should not be afraid to take a stand when it is necessary for us to take that stand. Because backlash will come out from there. And so what? Okay, I have been doing this for all these years. What is the effect of that? I don't want to say that. Let us not shy away. I want to applaud Honorable Sama for the stand he took when the boom was or they were saying this. He came and reiterated. That's how a man should react. And when you are a leader, you take a position and be objective and say what it is. And not to run away. It's not like politicians who put their hand in the water saying, oh, where the wind is blowing, you go where the wind is blowing. You will be able to have conviction. That is why I start for and I'm condemning you. Go in and stand by it. And not running because you might have backlash from some. Of course, normally there's no government that will say, everybody will say, yes, there will always be a backlash. Whether it's wrong or right, there will always be a backlash. When you think this is your government thing, this is right, say it that this is what we think and condemn it. The world will know that you condemn it. Your government is condemning by the words of your mouth. Your government is condemning it. They will not associate that with if by tomorrow they say, "Oh, they were terrorist organization. They were did it." The government, what did you do? No, we condemned it. Our president went on air and condemned it. If they say, "Oh, Kubi went on air and condemned it," it will be bearing on the government or it will be bearing on the position of the Ambazonian people. They will not. So I don't want to say that it is when you have a person that you recognize the fact that. I'm sorry, I gave on this term in my talk of. I know we don't use a comrade and we don't really react to this. This is what I was just saying about both. That some lower ranking person say it will not carry the weight that the president will say it, or a community coming out stating the position of the government. It's only sometimes we read something, we react to it before we read what others said below. But I don't need to go out there to cancel what I said. But I'm reading. I mean, what I just said, as I read what I read, I just read what the president said here. It's almost in the same. And that when you take a position, I give to a lower ranking position person to say it. It doesn't carry the weight that the authority is doing that. I don't need to go more because if I read what he have just read after reacting to my two comrades in the house, that'll be different, but I don't need to go wiping and be. But even though I'm reiterating what the president is saying here, but it's a system. Stand firm. Say what you think it is right. Don't be afraid that somebody will criticize you. There will always be criticism, no matter what you say, there will always be people to criticize. And I said, I applaud Comrade Saba. He did not shy away from what statement he made about Mungwa saying that pregnant women should be killed. That's manhood. Thank you guys.
Yeah, great house, great the son, Honorable Sama Thomas and Uncle B. Yeah, And I'm happy for way to way, Honorable Sama Thomas, you become affirm your position. So I will be very grateful for that message will be sent out. And I will continue on because we get haters and spoilers way they believe say they so no, they feel find their way. For the position where president be it be common for outside talk. I be know very well say this backlash go come because ADF they don't form na organization where it deal in another form of terror and dictatorship. We get all their people the way they play that surrogacy, they get just the same characteristics. And if president he come out again the second time and even the third time, we go there 100% for a back. Nobody for ground zero go hear president. His voice now the biggest voice where they go all round. Even as he send and so, he send them again for audio, for down. Time and again, time and again. If we not stop wait to ADF and that very ache of seed one. Believe me, we not believe today so one go Nangambe o. We go see terror. Yes, we must dismantle those network where they put them. Because if we not do it now so, most see the killing and everything they go on. It no go change. Ayabacho no go change till this war go come to an end. Now testimony that way go come to pass. If anybody did deal with Ayabachomi, be very, very careful. The one on a team for play with them. So no matter what way they do, make them put their finger for down, they cut them, feed them for dog. We go continue for do the right thing because history go judge all we. And when they want write those books them, when they want write the history, though the ask and say this, so you be there for this position, what you be doing? So if I say, if you want be na how, more fight. Make the Momo country they start for send out ADF. Make them know say Ambazonian people then they mean for take back their country. Now the only thing this what we talk. We not feel relent that effort. Everybody. May we put out the information, give the name where they deserve them. Terrorist organization. Now the name that way they deserve them. Anytime, any place, we tear them for their face. Because we see the international conspirators them, the international body, they still look, they see all this way they go on. And if we not start for criticize them today, when they go for dialogue table, when some situation they happen, Saudi Cameroonians or Tosi, yes, when I be know these people, when I be talk for them, when I be call them out, me we start call them out. Me we start putting them straight as this struggle to go to a logical end. Because it be very, very important not for downgrade some of those things. Yeah. If we feed them, we go defeat na python, we go uko swallow Ambazonian people. Boko Haram start 2019 like play. It turned enter key people that for inside church. Just imagine say they so they be fit for no such a terrorist organization. How they not for fight for dismantle them from that early beginning. It be very necessary now so for we to do the right thing. So Mr. President, I give cafe and I go see talk against here. May everybody go out. May everybody go out. Now the information that will give for Giam. May Ambazonian people they know say the government not support those things them where they go on for ground zero. Thank you plenty.
Yeah, comrade Dr. Mwambe, thank you so much. You say you pray for somebody who read on this article and understand. I think I do. Because I share the same opinion. But it is a little bit ironical for us to, if we see what the people of Mogamo are crying, what is coming out from there? Would you want to identify yourself with those people or against them? Several that Overcombe or Kubi came here to say it, Honorable Sama or Honorable the Son or you said it. Will the people of Momo take it, of Momogamo and Momo take it as the position of the government? Or some noise maker like me just stand up and make a statement, as I've always made. But where that statement comes from has a lot of bearing, a lot of meaning behind it. It is but normal that, honestly, we always think differently. Not always. Yeah, we always think different. Sometimes it rhymes, sometimes it doesn't. But when we have from the same voices almost at the same time condemning, it made me believe that must they always come out to condemn? Because I know that politics that I've been able to live with the politics of the United States. If I were conversing with Dr. Ngwambi, I can tell Dr. Ngwambi, oh, I disagree with you. But when I come out there like a statement to the public that I disassociate myself from this, and we are of the same government, it's quite a different story. Even though we might consider, but in fora that we are, we've made these statements there, and we're making it here. It is but that even if we don't agree with the position of the government, it is incumbent either we stay quiet or we go out there to serve the position of the government. But when we go out there, oh, I disagree with the government, I disagree with the government, I disagree with the government, because I want to believe that what Comrade Am said here is the position of the government, the position of his cabinet, and that's the government. But when we go out there, I disagree myself, we say, oh, it would have done it like this. It is not a unified body. It says you out there to the people listening to you as completely disorganized government. The members of God, I studied from the United States here. When they go out and say, I'm sending on my own as a person. But when you're in the position of the government and you're part of that government, it is sometimes difficult to come and condemn what the same government that you are part of, you condemn it. But within the house of two persons speaking, you can do that, you can express your opinion. But when you are making a statement to a whole forum like where we are, and you are condemning that, you are poisoning the minds of many persons in that house by saying that it was done wrongly. But of course, you know that the way you think that would have been done, you would have still had opposition from others to say the way you've done it. So there's always that situation where somebody will always disagree what you say. But if you are part of the government and you are the first person to go and say, oh, this government is not doing this, there was what I've done this and this, it doesn't actually serve the government as a government. It serves the government as a bunch of organized, as a bunch of nitwits, confused people who cannot stick. Look in the United States here. No matter what the Democrats say, they stick to it. If we go to hearing in Congress, they will stand by it no matter why you believe it is not. The same as the Republicans. When it is one of them, no matter how they will start to defend, maybe behind it, but they will start to defend it to the public to the best of their ability. But if we are this knowledgeable, and we're here doing what we do, what we are doing, we would have been set this way, or it was the way to this. In fora, it goes out there, but oh, see how disorganized they are. We are not team players. But what I want to congratulate, want to add to what Comrade Dr. Ngwambi has just said here. The poor Momo are crying. They love on you to identify yourself with them. And not to let some low class people to go and say it. And the government remain mute. Because we want the government, either they send a communique as already said, but send a communique or the president is going to make a special statement about it. As we do in the United States, the White House is silent about it. Either they're doing the press person, or a communique is coming out, or the president is making a statement about it. But ours is something that I cannot imagine how we think, how we do when we're afraid of criticism out there. Thank you, Dr. Ngwambe. This is in our house anyway. Thank you.
Yeah, greetings, house. I Joey Salute. Hope so Monday fine. Yeah, Uncle B. We did in a kind of interesting situation where though we no get kind of opposition, but we still are practicing, freedom of speech. So technically, you can say that, like when you look at the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House of Representatives, right? Both branches have the Speaker of the House or the Speaker of the Senate, and then they have like the minority leader. Let me put it like that: the minority leader of the House and the Senate minority leader. And as you know, whether you're the Speaker of the House or the minority leader, whether it's of the Senate or the Congress, those are usually of opposing parties, right? So technically, those guys and even other senators can come out and have a contrary view to the president, right? We do see that happening here in the states, right? But like I said, we're in a situation where we don't necessarily have, internally we don't have parties inside the interim government. So just as long as the people's and the reason why I bring all that is because I think it's important for people to be able to have respective to disagree respectfully, right? I believe it is important that people can disagree respectfully, but my challenge is that people are disagreeing on something where you're supposed to have some moral conviction, right? People are disagreeing on something where I'm forced to ask them who are disagreeing on the the very firm stance that Comrade Chris and others have taken on this issue, and I'm asking them where is their moral backbone that they're seeing people being killed, right? Atrocities being committed against the population. Maybe some of you are not in tune with the people back home, or maybe you're not even in tune with your local communities here, and you don't understand the very negative perception that our brothers back home have gradually been developing for themselves over the past couple of years. And if you all were in tune with that, you would not be accepting this stuff. Maybe some of you are living in the countries that you're living in, and you've found yourself hiding inside a bubble where you don't interact with people from your community, and that's it. You understand that, or you don't even act with people from your ethnic kingdom from back home. Maybe you're not, and yeah, you can say that, oh, those people are just escapists, they don't believe in the struggle and all that kind of stuff like that. Yeah, that's a fair disagreement to have with them. But at the same time, we still need to be making sure that we are doing things as best as we can, and especially our brothers back home are doing things as best as they can to maintain the moral high ground, especially when it comes to our people. So I don't see anything wrong with anybody being firm that anyone, man, making a stance that anyone who mistreats the people, right? Any person who is presenting themselves to be a fighter fighting for the liberation of the people, and then you're turning around and mistreating those same people, that's a big no. And given that it was the people who stood up and initiated this liberation struggle in the first place, if the people want to retool this liberation struggle to weed out those who are enemies, internal enemies of the struggle, then the people have a right to do so. And like I said in my write up, one of the sad things that people don't realize about this thing is that if La Republique du Cameroon was smart enough to put together a PR campaign and even put together their insecurity forces to really behave as if they're defenders of the people, the liberation fighters would be in deep shit, and this liberation struggle would be in deep shit, and none of us would be able to hide if La Republique du Cameroon was able to present themselves as actually being defenders of the people, given some of the mischief that's going on back home. Maybe you all don't see that. Maybe you don't recognize that we need to find a way to seize that moral high ground and maintain that moral high ground and identify liberation forces who are going to present themselves as defenders of the people against internal enemies who are spoiling the name of the liberation struggle and also tarnishing the name of the good and upright liberation fighters. We understand that war isn't clean. We definitely understand that. But there's a certain degree of things that liberationists, as I call us, liberationists should not be doing against the population.
Dr. Gwape, you are right. Let me give an example here, examples or an example. Talk about the cases that are going on now on Trump and the various branches of, I don't know what they call it, the district attorneys or stuff like that. Or if you go to the impeachment of the Secretary for Homeland, you will not see any one person who can from the Democratic Party who can say something different from the other person. Or you will not see somebody different from the Republican Party saying something from what they stand for. That is unity of purpose. As I said, in most cases, we want to see something, the normal policy I'm saying on my own. But when it has to come with the party or government policies, it is a little bit rare to see the governor of the same party. For you to see such thing with the McCains or this guy of West Virginia, forgot the name. But when they speak, they will not condemn their government. They don't say you pick out what they're trying to say. In this case, in our case, we are not yet at a level where we are opposition. We tend to believe that we are one. And if we have instituted a government, and the government takes a stand, the problem that with my brother was talking, Honorable Sama and Honorable Son, they recognize the fact, even from the other outings, that it is a canker to where we are, to what we are doing. If you even listen to the audio from Honorable Sama and Honorable Son, but then the problem is how are they supposed to be treated? They put the blue so that I don't know say you treat them. And how assertive, how firm are we to a position where the government that we put in place when they come out with a position, and maybe what we're doing is just something we're doing in the house. We have infiltrators in this house. They'll take it out there. I will see where we end, how discredit, how the people are there going to discredit the government that we are part of, that we cannot even agree on anything. They want to fighting this way. It's in that respect that I said what I said. Now we are part of a government takes a position. You must not agree, or you might not agree with that position. It would be wrong for you to go and say, "Oh, I did not agree," or this person is bad, or this person cannot do this. Either you just stay quiet. We want to say, I'm saying this as on a table Bruno or as Uncle B, and not as speaking for my party. And all they say that we all recognize the fact that ADF is what they are. But then how do we deal with them? That's why we respect everybody's opinion. No, let's do it this way. But when the government, I want to believe that when the government want to take a position, that position is discussed within the executive. If it's an impromptu position, the president got the executive automatically fall behind what the president is saying. And not to go there attack, oh, the president was not supposed to say, who was not supposed to say. That's not the government. There's something they call party allegiance. We are part of a group. It's really what we are today, Ambazonian. We're trying to win minds back to us. We continue, this one is going, this one is not. How are they going to instill that confidence in us? Everybody is dancing, or the other one is dancing right, the other one is dancing left, the other one is dancing down. Continue to sell us as being completely disunified. So I'm just saying that sometimes there are a lot of things that you may not want to happen because for the sake of what it will show out there, you just stay quiet and let it go. Thank you.
Good morning, house. There is a difference between somebody making a statement and the effectiveness of that statement. And there's a difference between somebody making a statement and its productivity. Like someone said, I don't think that the president should have made that statement. I should have called for a civil war. I don't think so. Perhaps it could have been another time, not now. Wrong time. Like Dr. Mwabe said, the president stepped on his message about the boycott of La Republic, and the whole thing is now, everybody is talking all about the call for elimination of the ADF. Nobody is talking about La Republic election anymore. People affirming what Comrade Chris has said, and people condemning what he has said. And that is it. I think Comrade Sama has said the right thing, because we are in the house. Sometimes we have to do this autocritic. It doesn't mean that I'm right saying that it should not have been said. I might be right, I might be wrong. But we are in the house, and so we're speaking in the house, giving feedbacks about what we think or feel with this. And saying that the cabinet was discussing the cabinet, the majority is not always right. We know it. The majority is not always right. I think that Comrade Chris, as president, should not have called for a civil war at this time. There are times that are critical. There are times that even though unity is not coming, we've done everything, is not coming, but people are still in the process, and it's not a process. It's not a time to call for a civil war. I don't think that the president should have said this. Some people like Uncle B, they are mixing things. There is a difference between the president coming up and condemning the ADF. He has done so before, several times. He condemned several Qatar when they were kidnapping and all those things. There's a difference between the president coming to dissociate the Ambazonian revolution from all that criminal activities of the ADF. That is very clear, and that is much appreciated by even the international community to whom Comrade Chris has attached a lot of importance. But I don't think that they hearing a call to kill other fighters or a call for a civil war makes it better for this revolution. Because what the international community fears much is a failed state, a state that will fall into a civil war like Southern Sudan. And us calling for that is just a same thing. It's just evidence of that. It's just a recipe of that kind of a situation where the ADF fighters and the ARFs will start fighting. But thank God those guys are wise. They no longer listen to us diasporans to be doing things that they will not do. You are not going to see some ARFs going to be attacking ADF fighters. You are not going to see that because they have come to understand, sorry, that the diasporans call for that kind of a fight, and they're the ones that would die in the course of doing that. Instead of dying to fight themselves, they better die fighting La Republic, who is the main enemy and the cause of all this. If La Republic leaves our land, ADF will fuse away, IRF will fuse off too. So, to me, clearly, I don't think that Comrade Chris should have called for their killing. You could condemn their atrocities. Very clear, no one doubts about that, and nobody, everybody would have been clapping and appreciating for coming out so assertively to condemn the atrocities, to condemn them. Even saying that the ADF is acting as a terrorist organization is extreme, but it could have been more accepted than to say go and kill them, go and destroy them, go and attack them. Because when we say things like that, when we make proclamations like that, let us consider the consequences, both on the revolution and on the lives of those children. The ADF, like Sama said, is a well-equipped organization. For those guys to go and attack them, it means some of them will die too. You cannot go and attack the ADF and come back, and then go and sleep in your own camp and get up the next day and be moving around. Now, when you go and attack them, then the time that you should have taken to go and attack La Republic, you will now be in your camp staying up all night, putting guards to make sure that the ADF does not come for a revenge attack, because they will surely come. All right. And so you moving around and hiding for La Republic, you will have no more hiding place because the ADF knows where you are. And they are the ones that can ambush you and kill you like they did in Guzang and all the like. We have not had a time when this was more appropriate to be done than just doing it quiet, like Comrade Sama has said. It's not everything that we have to do that we have to go on TV and announce. What effectiveness when we say a lesser power and who is lesser? Who is lesser? Somebody can be president, somebody can be just a subordinate, somebody can just be a supporter. But to be referring to some human being as lesser and lesser, 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 these are just condescending words that people don't like. And they make somebody look like he's a wacky person. You know, those are character damaging, and character is gold, as they say. Um, I think that condemning the atrocities is good, uh, but calling out rally, organizing people to things to make sure that ADF does not breathe, it can be done. It should be done. But it's not everything about this war that this war will not be fought and won on social media or on the media. It's not everything that we go and make pronouncement on the media. You will not hear America for one single day ask for people to go and attack Russia. Whereas it sponsor people against Russia, yes, we all know how they have sponsored Ukraine, has sponsored attacks even inside Russia. Will Russia call ever one day? Have you heard them one day call for countries to come and attack America? No. He will not hear, but they have sponsored and appreciated people who come and bomb down the World Trade Center, right? So we should learn from that kind of international. It doesn't mean that if Russia calls for the destruction of America, America will be able to go and do anything to them. No. Or if America calls, Russia will come and do no. But they just refrain from going that route. But they would like somebody would like, America would like somebody to destroy Putin. very much. If you know the technical know how to do it, America can even sponsor and give you weapons. But they will never go on TV to go and call, make a statement as to call for the destruction of Russia or China. But we see how they have fought proxy wars all the time, all over, not only today. Even from the 60s, they have fought such proxy wars. It's always something like Iran that will be ranting. It's a lesser power. Like if we want to use that, that calls it's a lesser power, not lesser person, lesser power. That calls for the destruction of America. You know, even Russia would not call for the destruction of Israel, even given what they are doing in Gaza. And even some powers that hate Israel will neither also call for their total destruction. Because those are extreme positions that are not appreciated, you know. So that's what we're saying. Comrade Chris, as president, should always distinguish between him being president of Ambazonia and being a media man, or being a group leader. These kind of statements are not different from what Bia did in the airport, and today is unable to to contend that. It's easy to declare war, but it is hard to end it. And the outcome of a war cannot be determined from the time of declaration. So those who have come up to cheer Comrade Chris, hey, you did a good thing, you did a good job. I don't think that you guys know what you are doing. That's just the kind of deception that Ngongo and the rest would deceive Beer to plunge the whole country into this trouble, into this mess that they have plunged. You know, it's not every war that we should be fighting at this time. More people were already fighting that war. We should have just encouraged them at the back, perhaps equip them to do that, and not declare a war on the AR of the ADF. By everywhere now, the ARFs will be trembling because there will be a target of the ADF. The ADF now will know that there is enemy. But thank God, as somebody said in another thing, all these inflammatory statements from the diaspora no longer mean anything to those children in the ground. They have now understood what the diaspora is made of. Such toxicity of an atmosphere in it. And the diaspora, they no longer accept it as their modus operandi because they have seen the consequences over and over. So, conclusively, I don't think when we say the effectiveness of calling for that civil war, it's nothing effective about that. The effectiveness would have been called a condemnation of the ADF atrocities. Thank you.
Fellow Ambazonians, good morning. Today, Tuesday, April the 23rd, 2024. I want for bring one of this very critical information where it enter for we concerning the criminal soldiers of La République du Cameroon. This information will be very important, and I would like maybe we will share them, make it reach all we liberation fighters for Ground Zero. The information where it reach we it indicates La République criminal soldiers, they don't operate now as undercover nurses. They operate now as undercover nurses, and they operate for Bamenda General Hospital. They operate for the hospital where it there for My One Victoria. They operate for Boya and other major hospitals. And where they do not say they go there for the areas where they know say we fighters. Maybe from time to time they go there for get help. They go for the lie in wait. As soon as one of the areas be brought in, they go whiskey away for go kill it. So make when I send this message, make it reach we areas for ground zero. We know if we live and made go for trap where a lot of terrorist soldiers they don't decide now say made it lie in wait. They pretend for being nurses where they just look out and for see whether any person be brought in where it look like one of we liberation fighters. May they take he go kill him. Now, better still, in order for save the lives of we ARFs, I would suggest say every camp, may they get a major first aid box. May they get a major first aid box where they go put some essential things the way they be needed in case person he get wound or in case person is sick. If you put them for something like a carry-on bag where if you carry them for their back easily when they go for mission or when they be out and about for do their operations, so that in case of anything they will get some immediate help where if it save the lives for a fellow fighter when something happen. For this first aid box, they will get things them like bandages. They will get things like iodine. They will get things like antiseptics, things where if it prevent, make a wound, be infected. If you get things like painkillers, they get a thing the way they fit stitch a small wound. The thing the way they fit stitch small wound. They put all that in them together, put them inside. They get cotton swabs, put them inside that first aid box. They get wound dressing material. Those where they be for the medical field for the various groups and what we did it. Maybe we put our heads together, come up with a comprehensive list where we count them to feel get them for the save the lives of these brave fighters. Then we'll get even malaria medicine, better put on there so that if some fighter is for bush is sick, if he immediately take them without a need for go expose themselves for a hospital. So make a comprehensive list, and these things not be that difficult or expensive. Forget them. With 200,000 amber, we can get a very good first aid box where it will save lives. It will be readily available in the field of operation. Every military, they carry on a first aid box when they dip out for fuel. Because when you do wait until they take a fighter, transport him to hospital, so most of the times they die just from the loss of blood. But when I get these things them with wuna for fuel, it will save a lot of lives, and it will save the money for the cost where we for incur them. So make una send this message again make una know say La Republic du Cameroon criminal soldiers they lie out there for the various major hospitals. They put their agents with them, make they spy on una. When una want go in for any treatment, una make sure say una do due diligence, make sure that the area be safe before una go there. And again, for save lives, the need for first aid boxes for every camp it be very, very important. This one a matter of urgency. Una establish first aid boxes, carry them along as when I go out for una operations. It will save una lives, it will cut cost. So make una share this message as fast as possible. Make it reach with ARFs and with liberation fighters for ground zero, so that their lives the fee be spared. Thank you. Fellow comrades, good morning. With regards to the various statements that we have made in this house, with regards to the ADF and its criminal activities, statements from Honorable Son, Obasama Thomas, Nkubi, Comrade John, Chris, and of course the comrade in arms. I would like to draw attention to the fact that one of the mistakes we have often made in this.
My dear comrades for House, I know say a lot of write-ups and audios are there out concerning President Alton against ADF. A lot is going on in Momo. President's speech, it give the native, the villagers, power. When I know say
Well, Vera Franklin, you are true in one thing that Mike Fusi will have nothing to show in ground zero, and the AJ will have something to show. Do you know why you, Vera Franklin, you have something to show? You will have something to show because of the atrocities that you and your gang of Alibaba and the 40 thieves have caused the Southern Cameroon struggle. You talk of the 36. Now you are bringing it down to 36. You people have been shouting all along of 39, and you call Chris Ano's name in 36. That's interesting. Let me tell you something that happened. I call your brother Elvis. Now, Mr. Matuma, talk. I called your brother Elvis about some few hours after they've killed all those guys in Boy. I was calling Elvis because of General Trouble and Angama and 5 others that they were not ADF fighters. It's today that you are admitting that all were not ADF fighters. Have you people ever admitted that all were not ADF fighters? When is today? And Vera Franklin, have you ever come out to explain to the Southern Cameroon people what you guys loot Angama and Trouble and the others to go up to Bui to do? Because all the signals you put across the statements, none is corresponding. None is corresponding. Mr. CIC will be talking going his own direction. You, Vera Franklin, will be talking going on the direction. Tapang Iva was talking going his own direction. Everybody was giving his own version of the story opposite from the other. So which story were we going to take? All the people you named that Cristiano killed, idiots. When you guys killed all these people, you think that with the passage of time, you can twist them all around. Please, Vera Franklin, for your information, there are records of all the atrocities that the ADF has caused, and when the day will come, they will be put on the floor. For and your bunch of numbskulls to explain to Southern Cameroonian people what happened. I believe tomorrow, the guy that you people recently killed in Alabukam, the fighter from Bafut, that you guys slaughtered, I mean gruesomely slaughtered by you guys. Tomorrow you Vera Franklin, you will come out to say that guy was killed by Chris Ano. Yes, tomorrow you will come out to say that guy was killed by Chris Ano. Vera Franklin, I've been on record that I've freed ADF elements at least two times, or even more. Free them. But can you tell Southern Cameroonians just one instance that you guys have gotten another soldier from another camp and let him go? You evildoers, and you have the guts to point your filthy fingers at others. when I drink peace around the ADF. Sama Thomas.
I see my sister Manfranca and this house. I'm sorry I'm driving. You see, as I talk with some audio, so no man, no matter how perfect that person or a government is, you know, feed ever talks until all my waters are correct. Even inside we are for, I will still get some few dissenting voices say, no, the president was not supposed to announce it. But when you ask them, that who was supposed to announce it, all of us have announced it, condemned. Has anything ever happened? Because we don't carry that weight in our voices to get something happen. But when the president comes out to do what he did, okay, you are giving a report here now. But the difference, as I say, wait till the president begin to talk. So no, he would have done it in a different way, or if for turn a different man talk, he know for talk. How can a government be defining the policy of a government? They mean as a small man for down, they mean go talk. Saying as way they. So much so that everything, I mean, ADF has done this for as long as they've been doing this. You want to, oh, you know, we talk for ADF, so what, oh, ADF is this. And then when you ask ADF one simple question, tell us where you have been fighting Larabri to Cameroon. But I know you can show us very well how you've been fighting Ambazonians. They can show us very well many battles that they fought Ambazonians. But let them tell us battle where they've been fighting Larabri, the supposed enemy. They will not. But you see, have them amongst us, where especially the way the president comes on and says something, oh, I don't know whether or not because that the people they don't like president or not because they find way. Anyway, in every situation, they are moderates and they are people who speak hard like the president, and the people who talk soft, maybe like somebody else. But then a situation like this is supposed to be high handled with blood and iron. You know, so these people they don't kill all along. When the people they social support they don't do. What happened? They don't get blood for their skin. Somebody that talks about they eradicate them, they do this. Yes, it is very true that those boys will find it difficult if the population rise against them. They cannot find where to hide. They must go to beg. And that's exactly why such tough talks is intended to achieve. Well, we buy the idea that not everybody will think that what somebody has done is not correct, or is this moderate, no, or liberals, no, you were not supposed to do anything, you would have just done this. A leader, part of your country is being chopped up by somebody, killed, everything, every time. And when you talk tough, people say, oh, you were not supposed to talk tough. But why can they not prescribe what the president was supposed to have said? Okay, you would have said this. You would have said this. Let me give a small example here. It's only when you see the fruits of what you do, the people that don't stay in quiet. That if this is actually happening, now, let me say it's not actually happening. So when sick or do that, it give that report, or that means it happened. But now the problem is when you start seeing the effect of the policy of the statement, they will not stay in quiet. But they'll say, you will not supposed to say it somewhere. We need fear and something for define your policy. Well, it is true that you do not just say anything, but when you are defining something that is very, very erratic, a group that has been a thorn in our flesh. If they annoy the AGF, what happened? What is the AGF contribution to this struggle? Can somebody tell me what AGF is contributing to it? Is it negatively? So there's a that take them off, it become a problem. I say they are doing something fostering the struggle. And the only good is all of us in this house, we know that AGF is doing things wrong. AGF is a rogue group, but we don't want that to be handled. It would have been handled differently. Okay, tell us how differently it was supposed to be handled. They will not tell how it was supposed to be handled differently. Or they only say, no, it was not the president, will not be the person to come and say somebody else. Is there anybody in this group who has been making audio? Haven't we been singing every day, AZF? Has anything changed? Well, see, when the population of Batibu rose or something again, they went into hiding for about 2, 3, 4 months. And they started resurfacing gradually, and then they re-established themselves. But now this is really happening because with such a tough stand on them, calling on the police to get around them. Without that speech, we'll not be talking what we're saying here today. But yet, simple people will say no, you don't get nothing to do. But that's normal. Don't expect everybody to say yes to what you do. But if you are convinced that you are doing something that is beneficial to the community which you are, go ahead and do it. Don't say your finger to the air and say where the wind is blowing, if you wrong, go that way because the wind is blowing this way. It's not right.
Yes, Uncle B. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for that message. I think we must not relent. The devil wants to shun us down. I think nothing goes for nothing. We are proud of our president, and he made a message very clear, and we have to stand by it. I think this thing happened so that we should shine our eyes and know those who are really for this revolution and those who are not. Because just with this message, you can see how the dividing line has come. You clearly can tell those who are sympathizing with ADF because they have one agenda hidden with the ADF. So there's no doubt that these people will come after us. And even in our revolution, those who seem to be uh, standing for the revolution could not bear all this, but come out to align themselves to the side that they belong to. So all of us should shine our eyes and we'll go uh, to any length with them. I see so many people attacking me also in other forums, and I say I will not stop. Yes, ADF has done worse than La Republique because they are hiding in our midst and they are killing our people without any good reason. And then when you ask them the real question, all these supporters, all these black legs who are supporting ADF, I should say they are not only black legs, but they are already the DDR in the diaspora. These are the DDR people in the diaspora, but still in our midst, trying to deceive us that they are fighting for Ambazonian. That is why when they put any contribution, you see it not going up. The list is just rolling round and round and round because these lumps people, these double edged swords are in our midst and pretending, making the loudest noise. I say they are just lucky that I cannot be everywhere like an Amin. I would just kick them out of this forum. Let them create their own. This is why they stay in our midst and they take our information and share with the ADF. So I think it is time we have to talk to them. We must talk to them. We must tell them that we stand. ADF must change or else we war with them and then at the end we face La Republique. Yes, this is God's ordained revolution. Everyone who does not know that should know it from now. We are fighting a world war because all the international communities are watching us, and the Republic is killing Ambazonians without any good cause, without any good, without remorse, and they are watching, knowing that we did not have any union treaty with them, knowing that we did not go to them to look for war. They came and they marginalized us with the president saying it. International community knows this, but they can't come to our help. Means we are abandoned to ourselves. But thank God, God is the commander in chief. That is why we are still up today. So I will tell all those who are supporting Ayaba that they are the black legs we have in our midst. The GDR black legs in our midst. Either they change and advise ADF to do the right thing, or else we are going to fight them tooth and nail. Thank you.
Yes, greetings. I will say today, tomorrow, say the best way be happen for this ADF saga na which way President one. Now you don't call, now you don't always point out. And for this one so, me no only end am for this two. Now for if for go gaga, as long as they listen to that voice, Batibo don't mean am for enforce am. And they go do am. Now president for no say this, so he don't give them that ground. No matter what way you do, people they must talk about you. Even for family, for inside house, they go talk. But now one thing that you ask yourself, what way you want to do and so you don't reason them. You see and say this so a really be worthy for what way you want to do am. Because they must talk about you. But we get one thing, posterity go judge all we. Because tomorrow they go want for wrap all we, put we for one useless pot. International conspirators or toss years now na be the key on our own. But he go fit for bring out information. May president not only enam for talk so. May they put them for handwriting. No say no. Now wait till that way they don't talk am. They fit show a copy. Let the same how way they talk concerning election so. May they write this in for election. Send them for the same day ya they say this so no. People to go die. May the people them for election, may they know what will go happen. Because people to go die. So now the right way president do am. Now the right thing that so. We get for radicalize the people them. Because ADF no do 1% good for this 80 years going. 7 years counting. But Ivo, he fight for this struggle. Before he want die, now ADF set up 30 for Mukete plantation. They kill it. And the same person we kill the Efang, now he go for Batibo. Key strong fighter them destroyed comes them. No reasonable somebody go look these monsters them. Celebrate this their rants in waste on time to go rant say this so president do so, this one do so. Even for inside house, sometimes when mommy talk, they know one for agree, but they go see some reason. Or papa talk, the one for disagree, see some reason. Now so it is. Then what about a situation for war where they go on so? So it be very, very important. Wait till president do and a person we no. That people go fit for go small for their sleep, they cover their eye. Woke up, they fit go open their store. Road fit even open small thing that they go through. People then they take hostage the whole place. And we will need the faith for see. Which way go come for front? Which way go come for front after this one go bad past the one way would they try for next? Now very bad seed will want next some. So people there they think say they want talk for defend the ADF no. They feed now snake will swallow them all. They don't know. Just imagine for the show where it go on, for the small short time where they get them, the few people the way they call, which among those people they for ground zero they call talk to this so make ADF defend them. When I hear they call defend them, but now people them for diaspora. Mostly diaspora. Now they call for defend the terrorism. For tell you say this so the reverse be the other way. And at the ground zero they suffer. When I see the mystery, now the ground zero they suffer. So if person the way he eye, if he see vision or people then they don't see the vision. And some bad news the way people then don't know. Ayabacho no will ever change. Muna no so. Ayabacho wait we get time for a mind. A big password to una the see am for ye. Una the thing say sometimes una the fight na freedom. Ayabacho then for mission. He and this terrorist organization they then for mission. So when una the one talk about ADF, may anybody be very careful. Because tomorrow, when they will come out for key person, cut the hair like goat. Una no be see that one. Who go can they for their house support anything to concern ADF? For what way they do, for what side they don't fight. But they get track record where they kill innocent people them, harass the whole place, destroyed people, their activity, the way they feel for gather the same money where they can terrorize them, take them. Now only monster, I mean typical monster, demon. Now if he talk anything for support those criminals them, situation will happen. So even for the most righteous place where it dey like church, the children of God, the way they gather, Satan they see can sow seed now for in between them. Then tallest of situation for struggle. So which people go see there?
ADF is a terrorist organization worse than the Republic, period. And as John Paul talked, Ayabacho can never change. That man will not change. If he would change, he would have changed since the days of Ayoktabe and Skakov and till now. He would not collaborate with anybody. If he would collaborate, he would have collaborated even the day when Ayoktabe was out. He tried, no way. When Ayoktabe even in jail, they tried and they formed some small kind of alliance which collapsed even the next day. Him and Akwanga were SCYL together. He break away from his whether it's the governing council. They have not collaborated, not at all. They formed their kind of what do they call it? They used to call it what? Some kind of council. Morris, Sukadev, and so and a few others. It collapsed the next day. So Ayabacho cannot collaborate with anybody. It's a mere impossibility to say that Ayabacho collaborate with anybody. He cannot change. And what is damaging Ayabacho is the intransigent fellows that he has surrounded himself with. Melchizedek, called Sheikh Awi, Pascal Kiki, and the other guy. Those are the few individuals that have surrounded him. Yeah. Including this Forminian guy who went to London with him to sell oil for an oil deal. Those are the people that Ayabacho has surrendered himself with, and who are people who don't change, they don't collaborate with anybody. You know, Tapang Evo and so forth. So, my brother, they will never change. Just imagine that if ADGOVC or ADF would change, each time somebody becomes so bad out here, that's the person they will send their hands to grab and put there. You know, look at the one that is biting, and all those people always bite them. Even Tapang has beaten them. Look at Daniela Capo, Caporal of Cameroon Army. Look at him. All those people. Look at the kind of people that ADF is grooming. So that is really, really, really something that is so painful. So painful. Seeing a man that has fought this thing for his life from at this stage being the way he is. You know, creating a land army, he was the first. Not the first, by the way, per se, not the first per se, but we're talking of 2016. And yet, it's just terrible. It's terrible, you know, terrible. Even though we say he was the first to create the land army, Sukadev was there at the time, and he and Akwanga were in Nigeria together when he crossed to Dadi. Sukadev was there. Sukadev has never ceased. It has always been there. But it's terrible what they are doing. At least Sukadev is not terrorizing people, even if they are not fighting. But we have seen few fights where Sukadev is the one fighting. We've seen it them, you know, with the little that they have. But these people have collected all sorts of money from people, and they will not even go out to fight anything. They will not use it to do anything. They have not even captured the compound, because even the compound where they hit Regina Mondi was invaded and a lot of them killed. It means that they are not even in control of the compound. Yet they will be bluffing out there, bluffing, as if they are even fighting. The question like Honorable Kamga asks is, where has ADF ever fought? Let them show us evidence of their even one single battle. Let's see. I mean, post Ivan, but let them show us one battle. But we can show a lot of instances where they have killed people, a lot of instances where they have invaded other camps, and so forth. You know, this is nonsensical. There's something called ADF. I will not regret if that thing is eliminated. I will not regret it at all. I will not. My problem here was just that the president should not have called for its elimination on TV. But to say that I will regret that ADF has been eliminated, no, if I have my own way, me myself, I will eliminate that thing called ADF. That's nonsense. Our people cannot continue to suffer being terrorized. I don't care whether Vela Franklin is saying that FM the King terrorized our people. It is not a lie. But FM the King did that, and we step up and stop him. Who will stop the ADF? We step up together, funded him, and he produced a lot of weapons that sustained this revolution at the time when this revolution, even if he terrorized our people, but he was fighting. That is the truth. That's the difference that people should tell Vela Franklin. Even FM the King was terrorizing our people, he was fighting. Where has the IDF fighting? FM the King is not known for taking money or some tax from some people. He's not known for that. So, but he is known for great battles. Even if Franklin said that there were no battles, but he is known for producing Nkenge and all those things that sustained the fight at the time, that encouraged people to become ingenious. So we cannot compare Efang and FM the King. He is not even nowhere found along that line. So Vela Franklin cannot come and be comparing FM the King to ADF. The Red Dragons have done more exploit in this struggle, far better than everything that the ADF has done put together.
Fellow Ambazonians, good morning. Today is Tuesday, April the 24th, 2024. I am certain that we all have seen an uptick in the number of messages coming from La République du Cameroon and its supporters with regards to a so-called election. And the tragedy is that the church has been caught being complicit in the deception and manipulation of those they are supposed to serve. So the title of this message is "The Church Continues to Fail the People." Fellow comrades, I think it will be better I carry this message in pidgin so that we people them for ground, they go listen them and they go understand them very well. We don't see a certain video where it come from Bishop Nkia, where it call on Ambazonians for go out and register to vote. I'm here, and I think it refer to the so-called elections where La République du Cameroun they plan for carry them out for we territory. And it be very sad. They say Bishop Kia it go come out for make this kind of a pronouncement. So before I even go on for dwell on Bishop Kia, I would like maybe we take a look at certain definitions and the meaning of which way an election it be. So the question I say, when they talk of an election, now wait, what is an election? What is an election? My read them for big for big grammar, and then we'll go break them down. An election is a formal group making decision process by which a population chooses an individual or multiple individuals to hold public office. That means say election now a formal process where the population they be called out for come out, choose one individual or several individuals, make they serve for some office where not a public office. Now the candidates with the highest number of votes in the election go on to serve in the designated position. That means say for this election, now the person where he get the highest number of votes, it will be chosen for serve for that position where with the election it will be meant for. Now, I would like me we note one thing. In order for this electoral process for come out say the majority vote it represent the will of the people, it be important say the will of the people it must prevail. That means say thing where the majority of that people then they determine them, make it be represented by the outcome of that election. Yes. That means that the will of the people it must prevail or must be respected. Now, if this condition it get for hold, say the will of the people get for be respected, some certain thing in their way for big grammar they call and say prerequisites. What are the prerequisites for a free and fair election? That means in a way to get for be in place for ensure say when people go out for vote, their vote it will count, or that majority of people their vote it will must be respected. Some certain things in the way they get for must be in place for ensure say the outcome it be a true representation of the will of the people. We will look at some of those things. Number one, the column say universal suffrage for all eligible men and women. That means say all man way it go out for vote. You go get the right for vote and make your vote it count, no matter whether you be man or you be woman or you be disabled or you be old or young. The way conditions they say you must be or